for Wednesday. So is there anything from the first 2 episodes you want to go through? All right, we got
a few things actually. We'll get
All
to
right,
it.
Let's do it then.
Yeah, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Love Island recap and preview show. I don't know if you guys were watching the football or you saw tonight's episode. I was trying to do both. But yeah, we're going to discuss Love Island. So it's episode 4 today, I believe. I can't even
episode 5, I think, wasn't it?
5.
Episode 5 it was today.
I can't even keep up. They keep coming. Because Love Island's on so much, I don't even know. So yeah, how are you finding it? First of all, before we go on to today, like how are you finding it so far, Lindrix, like this season?
Okay, so at first, the first episode, I was like, "This is dry, isn't it?" I wasn't feeling as excited about it as I had been before. But as it's gone on this week, I've been crying, laughing, and that I tune in for the comedy, innit? I love the comedy. So I've been busting up laughing, but I was angry because I watched all the episodes last night. I came in from work, I got back from the studio, and I had to watch all the episodes last night, which is why I wasn't here Wednesday.
Okay.
Because I hadn't seen it yet. So I watched everything last night, and I was angry. I got really angry because you can't call, man, and see you next Tuesday on live television. That was mad. I was like, and he didn't say anything, which I will say, well done to you, innit? Like, well done, Brad. Now I'm saying well done, Brad, because I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt of not saying anything, but also he may not have said nothing because you don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Brad's a bit dry, isn't it? Like,
he's very dry.
So there's that, and then the new girl Chloe. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Like I don't like cry talkers really annoy me. Like she's a cry talker, innit?
Yeah.
She says that. Oh my God. Are you alright? Really? Oh my God. I can't. So every time she talks, I'm like, I need to put it on mute until she's finished. I can't listen to her no more. Like, I can't.
Everyone hates her voice. Like, everyone hates it.
Horrible voice.
Her voice is dead, and she don't know what she wants. No. She just likes the attention.
Do you know
that's true.
Because I looked at like Chloe and I just think like she kind of, because I went to a high school where like all the girls were like white, and there was a lot of girls that looked like her. Like there was probably 6 girls in my year that looked exactly like her. So it's like, I don't know, maybe she's just getting more attention than she normally does. I don't know, because to me she kind of looks like a regular girl. Like I don't think there's anything about her that I would think, wow, Love Island. Do you know what I mean?
No, she's decidedly average.
Yeah, she is. To be fair to her though, a lot of them are on the show as well.
Yeah,
to be fair. Like,
she's not the only
poor lineup this year.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't jumping out my seat. You know, I wasn't jumping out my seat. You know, I was
good because your girlfriend would have slapped you.
Do you know what it is? Here's the thing for me. Like, my wife is so beautiful that it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm punching. I'm really punching. Well, sort of. But still, at the same. No, she would be here busting up with me. She'd be laughing. Yeah. Like she loves it, and we have banter all the time. So she'd be loving it. But I just when I saw the lineup, do you know what it is? I'm gonna say it. I'm not a fan of fish lips, innit? Like,
yeah, Mike, yeah.
I'm personally, and no disrespect to anyone, like public service announcement.
Disrespect them.
Any girl
Oh,
who chooses to do what she does, because if it makes you feel better, then all credit to you. Fine, no problem. It's just not my thing. I don't like the lip fillers and that stuff. It's not what I personally find attractive. And there's a lot of it. And I feel like sometimes these things send the wrong message out to young girls. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But anyway, there's a lot of fish lips going on. What's the girl called that called man? See you next Tuesday. What's her name again?
Faye.
Faye. It's a Brad, yeah.
That's
Faye,
the one.
man.
Like, her lips are disgraceful.
Oh yeah, I hate
There's
them.
none of this. If it makes you feel better, I don't care if it makes you feel better. You look awful.
It does look awful, man. It's an automatic
and you know
turn
what?
off. Bro.
Sharon is not much better. Did you see the way Sharon was brushing her teeth? She was
I
like,
didn't see that still.
she can't close her mouth. Like, you know, you normally close your mouth out with toothbrush.
Yeah.
She can't do it.
Speaking of Sharon,
I'm not for lip fillers. If you get lip fillers, that's on you. But it doesn't look good. It never looks good. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with lip fillers that look good. And the only time they look okay is if they put makeup on. Like Kylie Jenner will wear like makeup that makes her look okay. But if you see her from the side, she looks awful. So it doesn't.
But you know what it was with Faye? Even when she put loads of makeup on, I think she looked worse, you know.
Oh yeah, Faye definitely does, yeah.
Yeah, she looked worse even when she did put makeup on.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put too much makeup on. Let's face it. Like, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, in the lineup, when Sharon was in the lineup and you could just see the orange line here, I was like, nah, man, come on. Like, and there's nothing wrong with doing your makeup. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But makeup for me is meant to enhance, not completely change.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's meant to enhance what you've got, not completely change what you are. And I think
the first night, me and Ryan were discussing it. The first night when they got in bed, we didn't know who anyone was.
Yeah, it was meant to woke up in it. Bro, I saw Faye and didn't realize. I had to look at Brad to realize it was Faye because I knew they were coupled up. I couldn't tell it was her at that time. I was like, who's that? Okay, that's Brad. Also, that's Faye then. Oh shit, because I genuinely didn't recognize it at all. And Chloe looked better without makeup. Can I just say that as well? I think she looked a lot better without makeup than she did with, you know. Chloe, yeah,
I think, Chloe definitely did. Look, Chloe's not got much work done, has she? She doesn't look like
Chloe. Which one's Chloe?
The new blonde girl.
Annoying voice girl.
Yeah, I think she's got. I think she's quite natural from what I can see.
Yeah, I don't think she's had too much work.
Quite a few of them are fake boobs, you say. But I don't think she is one of them.
I think with her, she's not ugly. She's not ugly. No, she's not. But she's not like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
She's not like
her boobs do look fake.
Amazing. Really? I don't think any of them are really anything amazing though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
In terms of the girls.
But like, it's for me, the personalities are fantastic. And they're fantastic. Yeah, because it's comedy, bro. I'm bussing. Laughing. I am laughing. How are you gonna kiss man and then fart on the bed? That is just what?
Do you know what? Do you know what though? I actually really like Liberty and what's his name? Jay.
Problem is you don't like her though, but she's not realizing it.
Yeah, because that's
he does like her.
He does like her, but I think with them two, what it is he saw her. They obviously coupled up together or whatever.
Yeah.
They got speaking and they really gel personality-wise.
Yeah, they got two good personalities.
He's thinking I could find a prettier girl than her.
Yeah.
But because she's got such a good personality, he also doesn't want to lose her. But I think a lot of them boys in there, they're all about ego. They're all about what their friends would think. And he's probably thinking, my friends are going to say I could do better. So I think if a really, really pretty girl comes in, he's going to want to jump ship. The only problem he will have is he probably won't find another girl whose personality is that good. So he's going to end up going back to her regardless. But I think he will.
Well, that's the par, though. That's the par, though.
But she seems so settled with him. She seems so settled with him. And it's too early, I think, still. It's like, if they stay together until Casa Amor, I think he finds another girl in there, personally. I genuinely think so. I think it could be a bit of like a Callum Shauna from the last series, a bit like that in a way, where they were kind of together from the start. They seemed to get on together really, really well. But then when he went into Casa Amor...
He stated from the get-go that he wasn't really into Shauna, innit?
But they got on. But he's not really into her looks-wise, Jake. But their personalities really come together. And it was kind of the same with Callum and Shauna. But obviously Callum's head turned in Casa Amor. And I think the same thing could actually happen to Jake.
Yeah, that will happen. The minute he goes into Casa Amor,
his head turns.
His head will turn, yeah, for sure.
100%.
I don't think hers will. I think she'll end up going home.
Do you know what, though? We give the girls quite a lot of heat, but the guys aren't exactly the prettiest.
Oh, yeah.
We've discussed this, like, obviously not on the stream. I don't think the lineup, I said the lineup in general is not, because all of the girls went in there and they all said, and this is why, obviously we'll get on to everyone else, but like, this is why when I saw Liam, I knew Liam was going to be a lady's favorite. And the reason why is because one, he is very attractive. And two, they all went in there and said they liked tall, dark, and handsome, right?
There a lot of theirs types.
They say that every year. They say that every year.
They do, but all
they
of
say
them
every like every girl every year says, "I like tall, dark." What's your type? Tall, dark, and handsome. Every
tall,
single time, and then they always get with a guy who's completely the opposite. What are you talking
You'll
about?
chat the most amount of shit on there, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
But do you know why though? Because I think a lot of the guys go in there and like because I think guys like, you know, white guys in particular, obviously, they look better when they're tanned. Do you know what I mean? Just in general. So I think them girls go in, and the minute they've got a tan, it's kind of like, oh yeah, like they might not date him in the outside world, but they tend to look better in that sort of, you know, when she saw that picture of Brad, she was like, oh, it doesn't even look like you. And it's like, yeah, because he's probably quite pale outside, but because he's all tan, he looks nice, you know. But I think I don't think the boys are amazing. I think Liam is probably the best looking one.
Man's 21 as well, you know. Man's my age. He looks about 30, bro.
He does. Like when you're older, bro, you're gonna look old, innit? Like, like, bro. Do you know
21.
Do you know what makes me laugh every time? And it happens every season. Is that whenever someone new comes in, everyone's always like, "Oh yeah, they're so fit." I've never heard anybody be like, "Oh, they're butters," you know. Like,
I can say that.
I know, innit? I know 100%. If any of these people were in the real world and any of these people walked past them, they wouldn't bat an eyelid. It's only because they're in the village. Like, they would not look at them and be like, "Oh, you're fit," innit? They'd be like, like,
you know what though? I can't lie. If I saw Ovi in real life, I'd be saying he's fit.
Yeah, but you like, you love Ovi off hard.
Yeah, you love him a lot.
Is sexy. I don't care. That's the best looking guy they've ever had in there. They ain't getting no one better. Like this.
Have you met Ovi?
No, I've not met Ovi.
Would you like to meet him?
Oh yeah. That's
on a night out. Yeah, why not? I'm joking.
I'll make a call, Jan, and when you come down to London,
you make a call. I live in London.
I don't know him personally, but I know people who do. So I'll
really?
Yeah.
No
my lady knows him.
Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah. My lady knows him.
No, he's
my lady's a TV presenter, so.
Okay. Big up Drizzy Des.
Yes.
By the way, he said that Rachel girl is fine. She is fire.
She's the best looking girl on there.
No, she's not.
Do you not reckon?
I think the other black girl's nicer.
Kaz is nice. She's nice.
No, it is. I really like Kaz. Because I think she's very nice as well. She's pretty, but she's very nice, and she's got a banging body. She's got the best body by far.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about her and Toby though? Do you think they're gonna last, or do you think?
I like them.
I like that relationship still. I like it.
Do you know what I like about it? I like the fact that, because normally in Love Island, what you get is you get the black girls that go on it traditionally. What they do is they go in there and they say things like remember that Samira girl? She went in there and she was like, I like white guy, like the guys that she was describing were like the guys in the villa that weren't into black girls. So then she was kind of like stuck in the middle where she was friend zoned by everyone else.
But that's because she's from musical theatre, so she's used to being around guys that like
that like
black
her,
girls that are in musical theatre. Like,
So this Kaz, she's come in, she's not been like, oh, she said like, oh, my type is this, but she said it's all about personality. So when she's met Toby, who I think seems like quite a nice guy, I think he's quite good looking actually as well. But when you come in,
he's
it's
decent.
just click, and they're both about personality. They've not mentioned each other's looks. They've not said, oh, they're not my usual type. They're just getting on, and they got put together as a couple, so they didn't pick each other, and they've made the most of the situation. And I actually really think they're sweet. I like them, so I hope they stay together.
Yeah, I liked that when they went on their date. Like, he was very honest with her. Like, I'm a bit scared.
I like the date they went on. It was a nice date.
Yeah, it was nice because they just spoke, and he was very like, even when he said, "Oh, can I have a kiss on the cheek?" Like, he wasn't too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't too much about it. I liked how he handled it. And I liked the way that she handled it afterwards. And I think I love her personality. She's so bubbly.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, I like it.
And big up Ravi, man. And
big up Ravi.
She's just really lovely. She's really, really lovely. I feel like she could be your friend, innit? Like if she was my girl's friend, she would be my favorite friend of hers.
Yeah. You can tell she's like that, because even what I like about her as well is when she went into that house, like she was kind of put in a couple. She didn't like have anyone that she was with. And she was still like supporting the other girls, like saying to Liberty, she's always with the girls, helping the girls, giving them advice. I like that, because a lot of them, like Chloe, gives me the complete opposite vibes, where she's like, oh yeah, babe. And then in the thing, she's going, yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't like that. It's just, I don't like that fakeness, that, oh, babe, like, because I'm used to that. I went to school that was like that, like, oh, babe, your hair looks amazing. Oh my God, have you seen her hair? I hate that.
Yeah.
Gives me good positive vibes, and that Chloe gives me bad vibes. Like, I don't know, maybe she'll grow on me or whatever, but for now,
she's not a girl's girl, is she?
No, the way she talks about them in the interview thing, like, it's just disrespectful. Like, even
who she reminds me of a little bit.
But I'm in a better position now. And I'm
who she reminds me of a little bit? She reminds me of, do you remember, was it season 5, Lucy? Do you remember in the Amber season? Lucy. She reminds me a bit of her,
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, in terms of, she weren't really a girl's girl. She kind of didn't really get on with them, kind of disrespected them a lot. Like, she seems a lot like that. But I wanted to ask you guys' opinion on, what did you guys make of Shannon being dumped from the island after literally 2 days? Second night. That was the second night, by the way.
I had no problem with it.
No, I had no problem with it because I didn't like her, and I don't think anyone liked her. I was talking to Sophie on the last recap show, and we weren't fans of her, and even we said she didn't really seem interested in being there. Do you get what I mean? She didn't.
Yeah, which is why there was no problem with it. I think, listen, you're playing a kissing game and you gave man a hug.
Yeah, man, I couldn't believe that.
Sometimes I think some of those games were a bit much in it. Like, it's a bit wild, but still,
like, you have to be the odd one out in it, like.
But that's the thing though. Like, I'm not into like kissing random people that I don't know. I've never done that before.
But then don't go on Love Island, innit?
That's what I'm saying. If you go on Love Island, you know when you go on Love Island, at least once, you're going to have to dance for a man in some sort of way. Like, so whether that's doing like the striptease things that they do, or a dare or whatever, you're going to have to do some sort of sexual dance. It always happens. You have to get into sexual positions. That happens every year. You have to kiss people that you may or may not want to kiss. And, you might get dumped out of the island. They're the 4 things that you have to sleep in a bed with a guy as well. Like, they're the things that you know before you go on. So if I was like, I don't want to sleep in a bed with a guy, I'm not going on Love Island. I'm not doing it, and it's just like, even like Big Brother's the same. It's just madness. But yeah, go on.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Would you go on Love Island?
No.
If you were like 21, would you go on Love Island?
Do you know what's mad? I wouldn't, because the type of guys that I like would not be on Love Island.
What type of guys do you like, Jan?
So, like, the closest they've ever had to my type would be like Ovi, but Ovi was like a rarity, and I don't know why girls went all over him. Like, I don't really like them. So, I don't know. It's hard to explain it because they don't tend to have a lot of black guys in general.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't date like a white guy if I was on there or anything like that, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think the people that I fancy probably wouldn't be on there. Do you know what I mean? Right. So I'd probably go on. I'd end up being like a friend person. I'd end up being like everyone's mate, but then I don't find love. So I probably wouldn't go on it. But it is a good thing to do as a girl because you go on it if you like, which I think personality wise, I'd be all right. So if I went on there, I probably afterwards would probably be able to kind of get, you know, what you want from it, which is you have to go back to work, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of them. I don't know. Dating shows are not for me. I'd rather go on like Big Brother, something like that. I'd rather do that.
Bit more experimental.
Josh, why would you vote me out? How rude.
That is peak.
That's peak still.
That is peak. Ryan, would you go on it? Would you go on it?
What if
Ryan, you're young enough to go on it. I'm signing you up. Completely forgot.
Oh my god, you actually would. If I got offered to go on it, I would go on it personally. Man, it's not the amount of fame you'd get off going on it, unless you're Shannon. And that's what actually surprised me about Shannon, because I didn't think they'd dump a person after 3 days.
Shannon.
No. What I'm saying about Shannon is, I would go on it not only to find a girl, but to get fame as well. You know, your social media goes up and everything. You're basically set for life if you go on. And that's what shocked me about Shannon in terms of, I'm surprised they dumped someone after 2 days. Literally second night. I'm really because they don't usually do that. You know, dump a person off the island on the second night.
Do you not think they're clearly gonna bring her back on some random?
No.
Even though I don't think, because her personality was so dry, I don't think they would. But
I don't think they'd want to.
Someone said they think that they kicked her out. Like, they didn't kick her out, as in kicked her out, but they think they did that because I don't think they were happy. Somebody said that they didn't think they were happy with her because she refused to do the task, remember? You know, the horny devil task. Yeah. And then she wouldn't kiss anyone. So it's kind of like she wasn't doing what I think they wanted her to do.
Look, so I don't think when you go in, you sign a contract, innit? And your contract says you got to do what we ask you to do. If you don't want to do that, laters. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, if that's what she chose to do, then you know that's up to her. But you know, it did limit her time in there, and maybe she was kind of fine to go. Maybe the waterworks were a bit of a...
But do you reckon, Jan, if you're saying that the producers maybe went to Chloe and said a little thing in her ear, pick Aaron, you know?
I don't know, because it's weird because she was like, yeah, I picked Aaron, and the next day he's with someone else. So I don't know.
It was never going to work.
Yeah, they never.
I think the producers might have had a little word in her ear.
It's for me.
They do speak to them in between and tell them things. It is very scripted because it's like someone will be in the kitchen like, oh, I'm talking about Ryan, and then you'll be with the boys talking about me, and it's
what are the chances? Do you remember the season with the Amber season when obviously you had Michael, Jordan, and these guys? And do you remember when Joanna left the island because who Michael was with, and then Michael tried to get with Amber again after that? It was actually revealed. Jordan revealed it after the show. After the show ended, about a year after that, Michael was told by the producers to do that. He didn't want to get back with Amber, but he was told by the producers to make it look like that. So it does happen. There's a lot of stuff that is scripted in there.
Yeah.
Well, back to your question, because they've got to keep it interesting, innit? So they want to keep.
Back to your question, I would 100% go on Love Island if I got offered. Not as much. Love
Island 2022. Ryan's right here, man. Come check him out on Sarcasm City.
You know what?
I'd go more because of the fame, to be honest.
Do you think you could handle the fame, though?
I'd want to get money and you know.
Yeah, but there's a lot that comes with fame, bro. Look at it this way. Someone posted yesterday, I can't remember who it was, on Instagram. Someone posted a picture and it said, Love Island is back, but people be aware of your words, you know, because 3 people from that show have committed suicide.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
One got nicknamed Muggy Mike for the rest of his life, and everywhere he went, people called him Muggy Mike, to the point where, now we don't know if this is the reason why, to the point where my man's hung himself. Now that to me, and absolutely rest in peace to him, because like I felt awful when I saw it, like and it's fame is dangerous, man, because you're opening yourself up to people just being able to say what the hell they want about you, and there's nothing you can do about it. As soon as that gets grabbed and it gets run with, there's nothing you can do about it. You spend your whole life in that thing. I mean, even me as a musician, I really don't care about the fame of it. Like, I don't. If I can make music and make a comfortable living and have a nice little fan base, I don't need to be the biggest artist in the world, because I'm happy making music. I'm happy making a living out of making music. That makes me happy.
It's your passion,
Yeah, but like, fame's a different ball game, bro. Like, now I've been set up to be prepared for that my entire life. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all it's been drilled into me. So I think that gives me a certain awareness of it, which is why I go, I don't care about it. That's not the goal for me. But some people really want fame in it, and fame and popularity doesn't always mean good things, you know. It doesn't mean good things, man. And I think you have to be super prepared to you have to be super prepared to be able to handle fame. It's a totally different ball game. It's a totally different ball game. And with Love Island, people aren't watching you for your art, for your music. They're watching you for your personality, your life. So now, forever, they want to be involved in everything that you do for the rest of your life. You buy a house, they want to know about it. You have a child, they want to know about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's got nothing to do with what you actually do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because that's the thing, because it's like you say, it's a lot of people, obviously, in hindsight, it seems like great. Like, oh yeah, I'd love to be famous. But a lot of people just say, like, I'd rather be, if I had a choice between being rich and famous.
Big up Saeed in the comments, man.
Or just rich. Watch it back, Saeed. It's not that long.
Watch it, bro, because it's funny. You'll be busted.
You'll just laugh in it.
It's getting better as it goes along. Put it that way. But yeah, watch the first break.
The next thing I wanted to talk. Yeah, go on, Jan.
Quickly, can we just talk about this comment? Can we just talk about this comment, please? Because
God,
I was busting. I was busting because I in my head when I was watching the episode tonight, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this girl can't walk in her heels, man. That's a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve. The girl who can't walk in heels. If you can't walk in heels, wear flats, innit? It's
you know why though? It's the thing is, there's different heels in it. Like, some heels are ridiculous to walk in. Like, you can walk in them, but your feet are like on fire. So it's like, no, I'd rather, because I think.
I thought she was limping.
I think certain heels, like when I used to go out, I used to wear these massive heels because they were comfier than smaller heels. For some reason,
really?
Like, because it depends on the front as well. Because if it's like a bit wedged at the front, the heel can be like that big and it's still more comfortable than like a little heel with a little bit. It's hard to explain, but
can I say though, Jan, nobody walks well in wedges, innit?
No, not wedges. Like, I mean,
wedges. Wedges are criminal.
I hate wedges.
Nobody walks well in wedges.
Are wedges even in fashion anymore? I've not seen wedges.
I don't even know, man.
No.
I don't think they're in fashion. I don't think they are. I really don't. But I'm not. You know what? Like, I don't know. I know what you mean, because you see some girls, they're struggling. They're walking barefoot on the road with glass in the road. Like, nice.
And listen, heels are sexy. If a girl can walk in heels,
oh yeah,
that's sexy, man. Like, That is sexy. Like a girl who can really walk in heels.
Yeah.
For me,
Massive turn on, man.
Massive, like massive turn on. And
you don't like a girl falling out the club because you can't walk in heels.
Oh my god! I know. I've seen girls falling into the club because they can't wear heels. Like, never mind. Not even had a drink yet. Like,
and then taking their flip flops with them because they know they'll have to bloody use them, man. Fucking hell, when you're getting food after and they're changing into their flip flops. Fucking hell.
In the kebab house.
I can't.
Sticking their heels on the side of the kebab house, but like, I love it, meat and chicks.
Facts.
When we go on a night out, it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh my god, that's college days. When we was at college, when you're like 18, 19, and you're at college or uni, and you see people go out, like. But when I was doing gigs and I'd go back to Manchester and I'd be doing a gig and I'd walk through the city centre and you'd know it was student night, innit? Because it's so funny. I love it. When we have a night out, Jan, it's game over.
Oh my god. I'm not wearing heels now. No, I'm joking. I can actually walk in heels. I can walk in heels, but I haven't worn heels for a while.
I've been in lockdown. You haven't had to go nowhere.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to.
Yeah,
really.
do you know what? Just because in London you don't really have to wear heels as much. Do you know what I mean? So you can go out and you can because when I go out now, I live in London.
What?
Yeah, I've been living in London for ages. Yeah,
I'm in London. I didn't know you was in London.
Yeah, I'm a bit weird.
And we're going for a drink, fam.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. But yeah,
sorry.
So yeah, it's a bit different. But Manchester, you have to wear. If anyone in the comments is not from Manchester, if you don't go out in heels and a dress, they will not let you in the club. They'll be like, nah, you can't come in. It's really Manchester's bad. London's not like that. You could probably go clubbing in Converse in London in some places and get away with it.
Yeah,
but Manchester's just not the same.
No, I mean there's certain places that if you want to go out to, there's certain clubs in London that are prestige clubs. You can't get in unless you're dressed to the nines. It's just they're not letting you in. There's restaurants that you can't walk in unless you're dressed to the nines. I think there's one. Excuse me, that orange juice has killed me. There's a restaurant called Sexy Fish, and you can't go in there unless you're dressed up.
Is that the one that the celebrity girl went and she got rejected because she was wearing a tracksuit or something?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I don't know what she's called.
Wasn't it? It was. She was a singer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Was it Jess Glynn or someone like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, no. And then she used the whole "Do you know who I am?" line, and they were like, "We don't care. We don't care. It's the dress code. Go away."
But it's good though. I like stuff like that because sometimes, you don't want people just coming in wearing whatever. I quite like it.
So, who do we think that Rachel is going to choose out of?
I think she'll choose Chugs.
Do ya?
Yeah.
It depends.
I think if Brad speaks to her and doesn't ask her a question and just about himself again, but I've got a funny feeling that the boys are going to be like, bro, make sure you ask her questions, innit? Talk to her properly.
I always think Chugs only came in yesterday. Are they gonna?
I know, but that's the game, innit? That's the game,
I guess, bro.
He had probably his best conversation with Kaz, but he picked the wrong girl to have his best conversation with because she's quite happy. He shouldn't have done that with one of the other girls that was single, or even someone that because the girl that picked Hugo, Chloe, she wouldn't have picked Hugo if she'd had a good conversation with Chugs. She would have picked Chugs. Yeah. So it's he kind of fumbled the bag there a little bit, I think, because he could have.
Do you think though that he had his best conversation with Kaz because there was no pressure? Because he knew.
Possibly.
And I think
he was very relaxed in that conversation.
Yeah, but I think he's easy to talk to. I think that Chloe is not. She probably thinks she's easy to talk to, but
she's not. Still, you just probably get annoyed when you speak to her.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
I actually wanted to get. Speaking of
Why are you
Brad,
yawning while you're talking to me?
speaking
on,
of Brad, though, your guys' opinions on his antics in that beer pong challenge the other day.
Brad.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Like,
Yeah. So
dude.
the one where they said kiss the most
Kiss the
attractive
girl you most
and the
fancy,
least
kiss the girl you least
yeah.
fancy.
Right.
That was a nice
Let's get something straight. I think we can all agree, yeah, that Brad's a bit slow, innit? Like,
yeah.
He's a bit dim. Like, not in a disrespectful way, but he's a little bit
I
dim.
get what you mean.
Yeah.
So when he hears that, he's going to take it for exactly what it is, innit? He's going to do exactly what is written on the card. So he did exactly what was written on the card, innit?
Yeah.
Like, the girl he fancied the most and the girl he fancied the least. And do you know what it is? He came off well, though, in the aftermath of it, innit? He came off well in the aftermath because I'm gonna say the word and
yeah,
saying the words. But you were doing well. When you were doing okay when you said, "Look, it's fine if you don't like me, but don't make me look a dick in it." I respected you, and I respected what you said. I'm cool with that. But when you call man a cunt on national television, you called man a cunt. I don't
fucking like you. That's what she was saying.
Like,
it was so funny.
Like you yeah, like you're.
Do you know what though? I think like it's weird because it always happens on Love Island. Everyone goes in, they're like, oh, I don't know, I just get to know people, and then they get threatened with something, so either a new boy, a new girl, and then they start going like, oh, but we're in a couple, and it's like you didn't like him 5 minutes ago, and then they kind of jump on them, and it's like with her, like she was acting like what she called him was unacceptable. Like a lot of people were saying in, like she shouldn't have been able to do that. She should have got warned or whatever. They should have cut it out. They could have cut it out. That word.
I could understand her anger at him.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing for her what he did. Let's be honest, it was.
Yeah. The thing is, so what she said at first was right. Like, don't make me look like a dick. Because the thing is, it's embarrassing.
He did make her look like a dick.
If I wasn't like, I would never want to be kissed as the person that anyone finds
especially the person you're coupled with, who picked you on the first episode.
And do you know what? I say this.
Sometimes worse.
If you're gonna do it, kiss them both equally.
Yeah.
So it's not obvious which one you're talking about, innit? But the way he did it, he yammed off Chloe's face and then pecked Faye.
It's embarrassing.
He made it like at least kiss them both the same way so that neither of them are in complete, oh, which one am I in it? Like, which one am I?
Do you think he did that in terms of maybe he didn't find her the least attractive because he must have found her attractive in terms of he picked her on the first date to couple up with. So do you think it was more of a point of showing that I am not interested in you at all and I want to move on from you? Rather than I feel
like he could have told her that though.
Yeah.
Like you could,
you know what?
In the daytime, because it was in the daytime, he was like, the more I look at, I just don't like her at all.
Like her,
bro, tell her that in a nice way. Her know, because you didn't have to go on a mad one. What he did was mad, but it was on the card, and he's dim. He's going to do what's written on the card, isn't it? He's going to. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is that he came off looking better because of what she said.
Yeah.
He then didn't look as bad because what she said was so bad. It was so unnecessary. Like, okay, you think man's a dick. Leave it at that. I don't really like you. I think you're a dick. And also, I say this. She was very much like, you don't come and talk to me. But you're an adult too.
Yeah.
You're allowed to go over and speak to man too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he feels that you're unapproachable.
Yeah.
The way that you're being may make him feel like you're unapproachable. If you'd made yourself a little bit more approachable, or you'd approached him
Yeah.
Maybe you would have ended up liking each other because you would have spoken and got to know each other's personalities. But at the same time, the way she went off when Liam came in was mad. 5 minutes before, you were telling
Hugo,
Theodore, or whatever his name is, Hugo, Hugo, that let's see where this goes.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
Always
he was busy in the room saying about Hugo. Oh, he ticks this box. He ticks all the boxes and all this bullshit. Then 5 minutes later, I'm going off with Liam.
Did you see what she said tonight when she picked her selection? And
what did she say?
I knew she wasn't going to pick Hugo because she kept going, "Oh, I feel bad. So I knew that meant she wasn't picking Hugo."
But when she was describing the
I can fancy him in more than one way. So basically what she's saying is like she likes Hugo's personality, but she doesn't fancy him. So let's just vote for Liam.
But she was telling him he was gorgeous the day before.
Yeah.
She was telling me, "Oh my God, you got a bone structure of a god." And I'm
like, "Oh yeah. Do you remember she was talking about his bone structure?"
I was like, "What?"
Yeah, but I think she was doing that to stay in. I think they're all trying to do it to be safe because if
they're all playing a game at the moment.
Yeah, because if the boys had to vote, she would have got picked by Hugo. So it's like that Chloe, she's putting her eggs in all the baskets so that someone picks her. But because it was the women picking, it's like, oh well, I can just pick who I want now.
Who did Chloe pick again? I forgot.
Hugo, because he's the last one, innit? Out of the three, so. She picked him over Brad. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, why have you picked him? But the thing is,
I think she picked him to save him because he's a nice man, isn't it? Like, she picked him on a friend thing.
Yeah,
and she don't like Brad, innit? Like, she decided she doesn't like him because he's boring.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, she really didn't like his conversations with him. I'll say that. Like,
you know what?
He weren't having a conversation. He was talking at her.
He was talking about himself. Weren't asking her anything.
You know what it is with Brad. Brad has clearly been good looking his whole life. Yeah. So what he's done is he sailed through life with girls throwing themselves at him, saying, "You're the hottest guy ever." And now that he needs chat, he hasn't got it.
But also, he's been in a relationship for 8 years.
Oh yeah.
From being 15.
I forgot about that still.
He doesn't know how to go out there and chat up girls and be the suave guy. Like, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's a bit socially inept when it comes to the female species in that. Do you know what I mean? Like, he has no idea. And if he's been spending the last couple years out there, maybe a little too shy and not really knowing to do, and you've got to think, for the last year, nobody's been anywhere. So it's not like he's been out there in Beefer going mad. He's been in his house. Do you know what I mean? So
they're all like, we've been single for a year, but it's like we've been locked down for like 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Man was busy talking about coffee shops the other day, man. Busy going on a 5-minute convo about coffee shops. Like, fucking hell, man. Do you remember you talking about, oh, me and my mates go to this coffee shop on this every Saturday, literally the same coffee shop? Like, fucking hell, man. You want to hear some convo about coffee
you would love to be in that house. I'm signing you up for a late entry.
Without a doubt.
What did I say there that's making
you go in and couple up with Kaz.
He's going to try and take Kaz from Toby, innit?
Oh, yeah, go on. I'll be up for that still.
She's my favorite in the house so far.
Yeah.
They're my favorite couple so far.
Yeah.
And I really hope that they end up really liking each other.
I know.
They're both lovely.
Because when I first saw him, I was like, oh my God, it's the typical mixed race square head that they have every year.
Oh, you didn't like him at the start. Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's going to be this dry guy. He was a bit like, he comes across to me as very innocent. Like, I don't think he's had loads of girls. Like, he doesn't strike me as someone that's had hundreds of girls. Like, I think he probably had a few relationships and maybe a few one-night stands. But he doesn't strike me as someone that's had a lot of girls. And he just is a nice guy. And I really like him. And since I've, been watching it, I'm thinking he's actually quite good looking. But I wouldn't normally fancy someone like him. But it's like he's actually very, very nice. And it adds to it, because you can be the best looking guy ever, but if your personality's dead like Brad, or you're not a nice person, I just think the looks kind of go away. Do you know what I mean? And you just
are we definitely going for Rachel liking Chugs then?
I think she'll choose Chugs personally.
What? Because Brad's boring.
Yeah, Chugs has got good chat. To be fair, I think he's got better chat than what Liam did.
His face when he saw her, he was like,
"Yeah,
I think she's his type." By the way, he went, "Wow," because he was like chatting to, I think, Kaz, and he was
talking to Kaz earlier. He was chatting to Kaz earlier.
Like his type. So I think that girl, because I think that girl's she is pretty, that Rachel. So I think he's gonna see her as like this girl's pretty. So I think unless he messes it up, she should pick him. Unless he really messes it up. But I want Brad to go because I just think he's just boring. Like,
yeah, he's dead.
To be fair, it's quite a dry cast this year. I mean, it's funny. Listen, I find comedy in the most small things in it because I find people hilarious. It's funny. It's why I love doing Sarcasm City so much because I find everybody hilarious. I love to laugh in it. It's my favorite thing. But like most of it is pretty dry this year. Like it's
especially when you compare it to the past seasons. That's when you find it even more dry because I think the past couple of seasons, 2-3 seasons in particular, have been really good. And when you compare the lineup and how dry they are, it's just like fucking hell. This is a real big downgrade.
The early seasons, though, the early seasons of Love Island were the funniest.
Thing is, I didn't watch the first 3 seasons, but my sister's always telling me that second season in particular was just an absolute madness.
Bro, go back and watch them. You can find them online, innit?
Yeah, they're on ITV Hub, aren't they?
Bro, go back and watch. Yeah, are they all on ITV Hub now?
I think the last.
They all are.
Yeah, I think they are.
All the seasons.
Yeah, if you go to where you watch it on the ITV Hub, I think at the top you can scroll across and it says like season 1, season 2. But I liked because I think I can't remember all the seasons that we go into.
Free Shannon. Jokes. You in the comments crack me up, innit?
You know who I really liked from Love Island? You know that Cara, what's her name? And Nathan. Cara and Nathan. They were together from like the start and they are actually married with 2 kids now.
Yeah, I liked them. Yeah.
Remember like that Olivia girl that came in and like she gave head in the first night and then she slept with her friend's man. The mixed race guy.
Olivia. Olivia ended up with the guy. So Olivia and Alex ended up together.
Yeah.
And they. Oh no! Wait, are we talking about the same person?
Yeah. So the Olivia that married Alex in real now, she's married to him. In her first night in their villa, she coupled up with someone and sucked his dick, right?
Really?
And then it didn't work out because obviously they didn't like each other. And then remember, she had that blonde friend that came in. And she coupled up with the mixed race guy to keep him in there because her friend liked him. And she ended up sleeping with him when they were coupled up in the bed together. And then she ended
I remember.
It's mad. It's mad.
I remember she gave someone head, but I remember that it was Alex that slept with the blonde girl. You know the one who was Miss Britain.
Oh yeah, I think he slept with someone else. Yeah, as well. Yeah,
he slept with Miss Britain, innit? And then she ended up. They called her and took her title off her, innit? Because she slept with someone on TV.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good. That was my favorite season, I think.
Yeah.
And which season was that?
That was.
Is it 7?
3?
This is number 7 now. Was that season 3?
I think it's 2000. Yeah, I think it was. Was it 2017? Because 2018, I think, was that Olivia.
2018 was Haley in that lot. 2019 was Amber.
Haley?
I know we will know. My sister will know. I'm going to message her now and find out.
Who is Haley?
She was that Scouse girl who didn't know that.
Oh, that was season 1. No. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not.
She's a Scouse girl who thought Liverpool was a continent.
Yeah.
That was 2008.
That was 2018. That was 2018. Season 4.
Yeah, so I think it was the season before. I think it was 2017, I think it was. Let me find out, actually. I can just Google it. Olivia and Alex and Bowden. They're married. Bowen. 2016 they were on Love Island.
So what season was that though? Season 3, season 4?
2016.
See, that would be season 2, I think.
Can we talk about the fact
it might have been. Was that the same one that the girl that was bisexual was in, and she picked the girl over the guy?
I've heard about that still. I've heard about that. I think that might be season 2.
Committed suicide.
My sister said she reckons it's season 2.
Yeah, must have been. Because that's the first... No, because season 2 had Cara in it. But they might have been in the same one. I can't remember.
No, that was season 1. Season 1 had Cara in it. Because season 1 was John, Cara...
Wait.
The Scouse girl with the big breasts like a Barbie doll. Hannah. And... Bro, Ryan, go back and watch season 1 and 2, bro.
Yo, I need to still.
Bro,
season 1. I swear I didn't watch season 1.
Bro, you will die. You will absolutely die. It's the funniest thing in the world.
John
turns around to Hannah and they're having an argument. And then they end up being friends again. And they sit down and he goes, you make me feel like a fucking unicorn.
What the fuck?
Bro, it's the funniest. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The first two seasons were jokes, bruv.
Which one was the season where the girl got kicked off after 5 minutes because she attacked another girl?
Oh, that was some girl I know. Ignore her.
You know her?
Awful. Yes. That Malia.
Yeah, that was her name still. Really. What, you actually know her?
Yeah. I used to be.
I don't remember that. What season was that?
Don't know.
I actually don't know. I think it was one of the earlier ones.
It was the same one that, you know, the guy that's in Corrie? Jason. Yeah. Jason Grimshaw's brother.
Oh, his brother. His younger brother, bro. That's season 3, I think.
Yeah, that season was good. So season 3, because season 3 was 2017.
Yeah.
And that one was Amber Davis, Kem, Camilla, Jamie, Chris Hughes, Olivia Atwood, Gabby, Marcel, Alex Beatty, Montana Brown, Georgia Harrison, Sam Golan, Mike, Muggy Mike.
Listen, Marcel had the best line ever. He had the best quote ever. I don't really like to talk about it, but I was in a boy band back in the day. I used to be in Blazing Squad.
I used to like that when I was little, Jesus, Blazing Squad.
I know I'm watching season 1, 2, and 3 in the next few days, man.
Yeah, no, you have to. Season 3 was good. Season 3 was a good one.
Ryan, watch season 1, and call me, bro. Because
we'll do still.
I haven't seen season 1 because I only.
Well, have you not seen it?
Sister.
Right, I'm gonna check right now if it's on ITV Hub. Hang on.
It is definitely. It's definitely on there.
It's gotta be still.
I
could just find it anywhere else. There'll still be linked to the episode.
I've got a link to the, so I'll send it to you. But
cheers, man.
On ITV Hub.
Nah, yeah.
By the way, what do you guys think of Aaron and Sharon as a couple, and the longest snog I've ever seen on Love Island?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real,
Do you not?
Bro, all of the seasons, every season is on ITV Hub.
All right, yeah, I know what I'm doing now.
Bro,
I know what I'm doing now.
Honestly, I might watch it. I might start it again. I might start at the beginning. I might watch season 1 again.
You know what show? I know this is a Love Island stream, but you know what show I really love?
Go on.
What?
Too Hot to Handle.
You know the American? No, I've not watched that yet. But
it's funny.
There's 2 that I love. The one that's Are You the One, which is an American series.
Nah, I ain't seen that still.
And it's like it's basically you get all these people going in like Love Island, but they have to find the person that they are the most compatible with. So it's not looking at what you find attractive physically. It's who is the closest to your personality. So some people get it right, but like so many people I'm convinced it's him. He's the person for me. And then they get in this room where they check and the light just goes like, and and then they have to separate because you're not allowed to be together when you've been told that you can't. So, but it's so good because every week they all have to stand as couples,
Right.
and all these lights will light up, but you don't know which light represents which couple. So all the lights light up, you win £1 million. But if like between you all, so there's like not that many, and then like you have to match, but all these people like they're getting it wrong. So you'll get one stubborn couple that are together, like it's us, we're fine, and then you find out that they're not, but you don't get too many opportunities to check whether you're compatible or not. So it's such a good. I love it. Are you the one? I think it's a really
Do you? Is that on Netflix?
It used to be on like MTV, so I don't know if I don't think it's on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix, but it was one season that I hadn't actually seen.
Oh, okay.
But it is good. I like it because it's like Love Island, but they don't know who they're supposed to be coupled up with, and it's quite a good show. And then
have you watched Love Is Blind on Netflix?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh my god!
I love Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind is sick. Ryan, watch Love Is Blind on Netflix.
It's amazing.
It's about
what happens in it? Go on.
So basically, they're not allowed. They can't see each other at all. Yeah. There's a bunch of guys and a bunch of girls, right? And they have to get to know each other over a period of time in separate rooms, talking to a wall. So they can't see each other at all. And then if they feel like they've connected as people, they have to propose. Yeah. Then they get to see each other. And then they have to get married in 90 days. Yeah, and on the wedding day, they get to decide whether they say "I do" or whether they decide they're not going to do it.
So you get people at the altar, like I've chose to marry this girl, and then the girl will be like, "I've chose not to marry you."
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that still.
It's so good. Love Is Blind is so good because there's a couple on it. And they're just amazing from the beginning. Like I loved it. They were together. It's like they're just amazing. Like
they're still together now.
They're still married. Are they?
They're still married now. They got their own TV show now.
Well.
Yeah, they got their own TV show now. Their Instagram's popping. Like they're wicked, man. They're so lovely, lovely.
They are.
But, bro, they follow their whole journey. So they follow them meeting their parents and all their arguments that they go through.
The whole 90 days and shit.
They do a honeymoon together, like everything. And then,
Oh, I need to watch that still.
Bro, it's on Netflix. Love Is Blind.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
Ryan? You'll binge watch it and watch it within like 2 days. Because it's
how many episodes are there?
It's about 10 episodes.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, I'll probably start tonight. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
My family was in the family group, and I just binge watched it. I was like, right, I'm gonna watch this, just like literally.
Oh my god!
So I hope that apparently they're gonna have a season 2, which would be good.
Yeah, did this only come out last year or something, or?
It's in America. It's
American.
Like
one girl is having a midlife crisis through the whole thing. bro.
How old are these people, by the way? Like,
they range. Their ages range, innit? Their ages range. Yeah. There's some mad stuff. And then watch the reunion show afterwards. It's all mad. It's all mad.
Actually, I'm gonna watch it still. How long are each episode? About an hour?
They're an hour each, yeah. Bro, if you sit up tonight, you'll get through it by the morning, innit?
Yeah.
I probably would, yeah.
It's one of them. You'll put it on and you'll watch it till the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start tonight.
It's gripping. It's hilarious, bro.
One of them, you'll watch it and you think, I need to watch the next one. But I really like it. Like, I think it's a really good idea because too many people, especially in this social media sort of generation, like it's all about what people look like. Like, it's not about the personality. It's not about the interest. So you'll get people that have been dating. So they'll see each other online. They'll think, oh, she's good looking. Yeah. We'll go out on a date. So their first date will be like the cinema. So they don't talk.
Yeah.
They go in, blah, blah, blah. Then it might be the next date is a restaurant. They chat for a little bit. That's it. And then it's like, then they'll have sex or something. And then it becomes like a different kind of relationship. They don't know this person. So then when they like move in together, it's like, actually, I don't like this person, because every time we've met up, it's been either with friends, or it's been for an hour or two, or it's been for sexual purposes or whatever. And it's not, they don't actually connect with the person emotionally.
Yeah.
So then this, because it takes out all the attraction, all the sexual stuff, everything, you're literally committed to this person before you've even seen them.
Yeah.
So it's like, nice. You can see how the relationships that they do build, the ones that work, are so strong because the foundations have been built before anything else.
Yeah, it's funny though, because this one's actually, Love is Blind is a little bit more serious, really. Like explaining, it's a little bit more serious. I only find stuff funny because there's awkward moments in it. You know what I mean? Some really awkward moments, and awkward moments are hilarious. Like, I would say Ricky Gervais is a genius for awkward moments. Like, if you watch any of his programs, he's the best at creating awkward moments and making them super cringe and super funny. But like, it's got a lot of awkward moments, but it's actually, you feel for some of these people.
Yeah.
You can see that they've really created something just by having conversation with this person. So you can see, like Jan said, you can see why the relationships that do work, why they work. And the interesting thing is that it doesn't work for everybody, though.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not that, I don't think it's that doesn't work for everybody. I think it's that they just didn't have the right person in there that worked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people found the right person that worked for them, and other people they didn't. But I do think that works. I think, you know, look, in every person's life, what you look like fades. When you get older, your looks fade, man. Everyone tries to stay looking young and this and that and the other, but your looks fade. And when you're living with someone, you don't spend your time looking at what they look like. Spend your time focused on who they are as a person and how you get along, you know? And I think that everybody ends up in bad relationships, you know? And most of the time, it's not because we're bad people. It's because our personalities and our morals, they're just bad together. They just don't work, you know? And communication is so key in a relationship. Like, it's so key. Like, you have to be able to talk, and you also have to be willing to listen.
Yeah.
You know, listening is very important. I've learned that massively in my relationship now, which is why it works, because I listen. I actually take on board what's being said, and I respond as such. You know, and that doesn't mean that everything that gets said, I'm going to do it that way, because I also have to be my own person. But that's where her understanding has to come in. You're also your own person, and I have to accept certain things about you and adjust to those, you know? So the fact that these people meet and talk first, and they share really intimate moments with each other, it's really beautiful to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's actually stunning to watch, but it is funny. Like, it's funny because some stuff gets said and some stuff gets done that's mad, and you're like, rah, because they've known these people for like a week. Seen them and like, oh my god, I'm so in love with you, and then then they live with them for a day and they're like, oh, I can't fucking stand you.
Oh, I can't wait still.
The funny thing is, some of them, like, they go on their like honeymoon or like when they meet up, and it's like some of them are like, but I'm not sexually attracted to him. And it's like, what? Like, oh my god, it's mad. It's just mad.
But it does. It does
already show that in the first place.
Well, they have to propose to go to the next stage. If you know what I mean.
If they don't propose, if they don't get anyone, they don't propose to someone, and the person doesn't say yes, then they don't move on to the next stage.
They just... So
it could have ended up that everybody that was in it, everybody that was on it was went through to the next round, but it was just not everybody. And the good thing is that they don't show everybody who's involved. They concentrate on the couples that actually decided to, get together and get married. So you see a lot of random people in the story, in the background, but they focus on the ones that actually decided to get together,
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a
really, really
crazy concept, man. Crazy concept. You got it's like 90 Day Fiance. Have you ever watched that?
Oh, that is my all-time favorite program.
Is it?
Ever.
I've only watched a few episodes.
90 Day Fiance is if I could do 90 Day Fiance shows on here, I would be doing that. That is my favorite show of all time. 90 Day Fiance is honestly, if you like quality entertainment, man. It's the funniest shit ever. Have you ever seen 90 Day Fiance, Ryan?
No.
You can't even binge watch it because there's so many seasons. Even I've not seen every season. When I went to LA last year,
seasons or something in it.
I went to LA for 3 weeks, 3.5, and me and my cousins every night we just sat and watched 90 Day Fiance for like 4 hours. It's mad. But I used to watch it on TLC on obviously British television. Yeah. And so the first season that I saw, which I think was the first season, no, I think it's the first or second season. There's some woman, from Ohio. So this woman is like 50 or something like that, like late 40s or something, right? I can't lie, she's not the most attractive lady. But let me show you what she looks like so you get what I mean. So, because it sounds tight. It sounds tight, right? So basically, this lady. Oh, shoot. A minute. Right, okay. Funny. 1 minute. So this lady, can't even see her that well. She actually looks good here. She's got makeup on.
Right.
So this lady, she met this guy from Morocco. So basically, what this show is it's showing people that have met online and they've been speaking and basically they've never met. So the idea is it's not like Catfish where they haven't seen them. They've probably video chatted with them.
Yeah.
A lot of the time they've been over to the country. So this lady went over to Morocco and met this guy. And when she'd gone over to Morocco and met him, like they got on well, whatever.
Yeah.
So she said, I want to marry you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He was flattered that some lady had asked to marry him, allegedly. Yeah. So she then said, come and live with me in America. So he's seen this as, it's the American dream. I can go live in America. I can do what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. Reality is she lived in this like little house with like pure kids. Like she was broke. She had no money. Like all this stuff, right? So she's paid for him to come over. But honestly, from the beginning, you can tell he just doesn't like her. So this is him. He's like early 20s, right?
All right, yeah.
So basically, he was doing the most. So when she went to the airport to collect him, she was crying because she couldn't find him. So then basically he turned up, like she thought he'd not come, but he turned up. So then she brought all her kids with her, like it's a mess. And then they went back to her house, right? So he was getting.
Did he know that she's got so many kids?
He must have done, but he didn't know that they were.
How many did she have?
She had like 3 kids, but like they were all piled into like one little bedroom. Like honestly, it's mad. So he had to sleep on the sofa, right? But like, it was just a mess. Like she lost her job. She was in debt. So on their wedding day, like he was going to marry her, right? But on the wedding day, he went to the solicitor in the morning and asked what happens if he marries her. Is he responsible for all the debt that she has? So they were like, well, we don't know. Like technically, if you're married to her, you're part of her finances and all this. So he was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. So eventually, he decides he is going to marry her, right? At the wedding, he's saying, I can't kiss you because it's Ramadan, because I'm fast. I don't even know. He's making up some excuse.
He's making up excuse, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like, I can't sleep with you. He was just making the most amount of excuses. Apparently, because he's Muslim, he can't kiss her. He can't have sex with her. Like, I was just like, this is you telling me if this Muslim man had seen some hot girl, he's not going to have come on now. It was so bad, but it was like, it's like the whole story is like everyone saying you're just using me for a green card. But it was like, to be fair, he was using her for a green card. But you have to kind of look at yourself. Like, I'm not being funny, right? But say I'm 30 now. In 20 years' time, if some really, really good-looking 21-year-old guy from Jamaica is trying to move to me, I'm going to be thinking, right, what are the reasons that he's trying to move to me? Is it because I'm super fit at 50? Or is it because he's thinking she's got money, she can help me out? You know what I mean? Like, you just got to, I think some of these people, they're very, like, delusional. And don't get me wrong, there are people on there that genuinely love people that are different ages, different countries. It is the case, but you can tell from day one, he didn't want to be anywhere near her. Like, he didn't. And it's like, you know, if he fancies you, he's not going to be, what man is going to not want to have sex with you? Like, I don't know. It just, to me, I was just like, and she's so hurt by it. Like, she proper, like, turns up at his girlfriend, like, trying to, like, cuss him out. Come outside. You use me. But it's like, she's a hot mess. She's a hot mess.
So, Love Island, quick.
Yeah.
Is there anyone we think can win it so far?
Out of all the Liberty, I think could win it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
He could win it. But I don't think she'll win it with Jake.
As well.
I think Kaz is the favourite, so it depends on her and Toby.
You know, I think what happens. Sorry, bro.
There's only been one person voted out, right?
Shannon. She didn't really get voted out. She got just dumped in it. Like, no, but I think Liberty. It could be a similar thing to Amber. I think she could follow that path in terms of liked by the public. She's with Amber was with Michael until Casa Amor. This could be her with Jake. Then I think Jake will probably get with someone else at Casa Amor. She'll go in single. People feel bad for her. They'll try and put her with someone. She'll be liked by the public and she'll get with someone and then they'll probably win it. That's what I think might happen still.
For Jake, it's going to go one or two ways. He's either going to do that, end up getting with someone in Casa Amor, or he's going to realize himself and his own ignorance, and he's going to go, actually, I actually really like this girl, and I'm being mad for the sake of being mad. So I'm going to be with her. Do you know what I mean? I hope for both of them that that's the case, because although she's not personally my cup of tea, she's a nice girl. Like,
she's a really nice girl. Yeah,
she's actually a nice girl. She's funny. She's not, she's not rude. She's
not rude or arrogant or anything.
Yeah, she's
not full of herself.
Yeah, she's cool. Opinions on the early exit. We touched on this earlier on.
I was shocked still that they kicked someone off that early. Yeah,
I was shocked, but at the same time, it wasn't a great loss to the program, I don't think.
No, it's not at all. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm just shocked.
Her personality was a bit dead because somebody said, how come she wasn't the bombshell? Because, like, Chloe was thinking, and someone was saying why, but they were saying it's the personality. She would have come in and probably not shaken things up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it wouldn't have had the same impact that Chloe had because all the guys were kind of saying they're like blondes. So they put blonde in to kind of say, right, okay, what about this girl? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
in Shannon's defense, like, if you don't like anyone in there at the time, you don't like no one. Because really, when you look at most of the girls in there, and the guys in there, none of them really like each other that much right now.
Nah, there's no big attraction or big connection between anyone, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still an early stage. But I've got a question. Which girl do you think gets voted off by the public next out of all the ones that are in it?
Sorry to cut you off, Ryan, innit? Large up the Twitch gang and that. But if you want to continue to watch this, head over to the YouTube, innit? So the Twitch stream will be ended. That's all I came in to say, innit? I didn't want to stop you lot mid-flow, innit? But big up to you lot, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Flora, what's your opinion on the new girl, Rachel?
Who? Who? Huh? Who? I have no idea who that is. But yo, big up to the two kings and the queen, Yan City, innit? You lot continue to hold it down, yeah. But that's all I came in was to say that to the Twitch gang, innit? You know what I'm saying and that. But yeah, love, you lot keep going, yeah. Bless up. Say.
So yeah, guys, that was. If you are on Twitch, watching on Twitch, please head over to the YouTube now to continue to watch because it will be ending on Twitch. But yeah, jump in on the YouTube and stay with us and join in because we are having a fantastic time. Sorry, Ryan, what were you saying, my bro?
Oh, it was was it which girl gets voted off first?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on,
yeah. By the public, not dump like Shannon did, just from the public.
I think it's gonna be probably Chloe, but based on how she came across, because I think as much as it is a game show, and we know that, it's like you still appreciate people like Kaz and Liberty that are nice people more than these girls, especially with especially with the outside world. Do you know what I mean? They tend to like the girls that are more for other girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she could be at risk.
What do you think Faye could?
I think Faye as well, because of what she said to him, because she's used that word. A lot of people don't like that word.
I don't think they'll vote Faye out. I think they'll keep her in because she'll cause drama.
She'll cause a lot more drama on there than Chloe, I think. Still,
yeah, she's like another Shauna, innit? Like Shauna was in there that season.
I don't think did you really think Shauna caused that much drama?
Shauna was causing up fuckery, bro. She was Shauna, like, I'm sure she's a very, very nice girl. But watching the program, she was so irritating. Like, she moaned and moaned and moaned.
It did feel like, I think
it caused drama.
It did look like Shauna felt like she was kind of queen of the villa at times. Like, she was kind of responsible for everyone in a way. It felt that way, that she kind of thought that. And she was trying to get herself in other people's business and shit. And I don't really like that in people still. Like, but I mean, I think Faye and Chloe are the two that could definitely get voted out by the public first. I think Kaz and Liberty definitely won't. Who else? Sharon, I don't think
Sharon might.
I think Sharon could, but I think Faye and Chloe are more at risk of getting voted out by the public than Sharon, in my opinion.
I think Sharon's okay. If they're voting for people to stay in, I think Sharon might go. If they're voting for people to go out, Faye could possibly go.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because the only TV shine Sharon's got is her lipsing up Aaron. But most of the program has been revolving around Faye and Chloe.
Sharon's not got much airtime, to be fair, apart from that 5-minute long snort. Yeah, he's dry.
Yeah,
man.
that's not going on a lot, man. How do you feel about this comment? He said, JST Killer said, I've heard people complaining that this year's isn't as good as the past ones so far anyway. Do you agree with that?
I mean, so far, what you have to remember, it's still only 5 episodes in. There's still a lot more people to come in and a long way to go still. Yeah. I think so far, what the people that have been in it, the lineup so far is pretty poor, especially when you consider it to the years before. But there's still time for this series to, pick itself up and become good because,
I think it's getting better.
In it, there's more people still to come in, more drama to happen, man. Like,
I think the first week in Love Island's always a bit dry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always going to be because you still got people getting to know each other and stuff. Like,
the second week is banging. Like,
and wait till you start getting Casa Amor and the week before Casa Amor, and then when you get into Casa Amor is where the fun happens, man.
Do you know what it is? It's because in the first couple of days, it's like these people, they're not in relationships. They're not any of that stuff. Whereas when you start getting to like the 6th, 7th week, people start asking people to be their girlfriends, and then they'll ask the girl to be their girlfriend, and then someone prettier will come in, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm still going to talk to them," and you get that kind of stuff that happens. Yeah. There's loads of drama because it's like, oh my god, they've been together for 5 weeks.
And I think they do Casa Amor too late, though.
Do you think they do it too late?
I think they do. I think they need to do Casa Amor a little bit earlier. I think maybe a week or two earlier.
A week earlier, I think, would be good still.
Because that, like, if you bring them in just as they're starting to feel like they want someone to be their girlfriend or their boyfriend, before they've even asked them, and then you bring them in, you're causing madness.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know why I think as well that I think it's too early to say this series is going to be shit? Is because what you have to remember is also, as viewers, you don't really know much about the people on it yet as well. You don't really know what they're like. As the program goes on, you'll start to know more and have a better idea of each contestant as well. So, you know, what you have to remember as viewers, we don't really know what everyone's like still as well. Like, there's still a lot more to find out about these contestants yet after only 5 episodes.
Yeah, I think, do you know what it is? People since lockdown, people are even more social media savvy. So they expect things to be instantaneous.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten used to, with social media, everything just being there straight away. Every day there's something new happening. And I think in previous years, we've been a little bit more relaxed ourselves. So, and we've not been as bored in life.
Yeah.
So we've been watching it and we've been able to marinate a little bit with it and grow with the characters. But obviously this year, obviously, because people just want something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with what Just Killer is saying, because he said some people complain that this year's isn't as good as the past one so far. Anyway, and Lengan Sweet also says there's no big personality other seasons. It was good from the beginning. The thing that I would say is, like, in quite a lot of the seasons, they've always had that sort of person in there who is kind of mysterious. So they had like Danny Dyer's daughter, so she was like a celebrity that was in there, and then they had Marcel, who was a boy band. Like, they've always had someone that's like kind of known before they go in. Whereas this year it is people that you've literally never heard of. And I agree. Like, I think Kaz is the biggest personality in there at the moment, and even her,
nicest.
She's quite quiet. She's quite like, she's loud in terms of, you know, in some ways, but she's got quite a quiet personality. So it's like there's no one in there that like overshines everyone, and I think that's what is missing from it. But the problem they've got now is if this person comes in at a later date, probably everyone will be like, oh, I don't like this person.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll try and outshine everyone. So I think that person needs to be in from the beginning, really, and I think they've missed a bit of a trick with it. So
and I think as well, I think
who was that person in the last one? Was there that big personality in the last one?
Oh, you had people. You had Michael and them lot in it. They had the dramas. From the beginning.
And you had because that girl that nearly won it, the Scottish one. What's her name?
Paige.
I like Paige. Yeah,
Paige.
I think Paige did win it, didn't she?
No, I think Amber won it, and I think she came second.
No, because that was the season after. There was a winter season. Remember, the winter season was Paige. Amber was the summer season.
Didn't they do it in Brazil or something?
Oh, did she win it?
Yes, they did. I don't know if it was Brazil. I don't know actually.
I'll tell you.
South Africa. It was South Africa.
Oh, I think it was South Africa. Yeah, it was. It was South Africa.
The safari.
It was South Africa still, yeah.
But I liked her. But she was like, her ex-boyfriend was that
Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah,
Lewis
so
Capaldi,
someone that's like had some sort of celebrity status or something before.
Like
whereas
the big claim to fame.
Yeah, the most that they've got this year is the Toby guy is part of #SC. Which people don't really know. And then the fashion blogger girl is like an Instagram blogger, so she knows.
Even that's not like.
But I don't know who she was. I just learned.
Yeah.
And like,
again, we're not social media bumpkins. We come on here and create content on here. We're not really Instagram.
But then when you got like Jan said, you had like Danny Dyer's daughter. Oh, when she's telling that guy, you know, my dad is Danny Dyer. It's like it's big, isn't it? It's big. Like people know who this guy is.
And then
like,
they have the guy from, like I said earlier, the guy from Corey's brother. They always have like
someone with a big claim to fame that everyone's going to be like, whoa. Yeah.
They probably tried to get someone on, but like even if they had like a footballer's daughter or something, it would have probably made it a little bit more like, oh, it's you know, I don't know, a footballer's daughter, or you know, ex-footballer's daughter, or I don't know, like something like that would have made it a bit more entertaining. probably.
Here's a good one. So, what is everyone's favorite season of Love Island? Ryan, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, I only started watching it from season 4, so I'd probably say season 5. You know, with Amber and Michael and all these guys in it. That one's probably my favorite out of all of them personally.
Okay, Jan, what's your favorite?
I think it might be. I didn't mind season 3, but I think it might have been season 2. I'm just checking the cast to check it's the right one. Yeah, Cara, Nathan, Olivia, Katie.
Okay.
That one, yeah, definitely.
That was the one I think where Malia got kicked out. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't know which one that was. Is that season 5?
Because this is what I've just been told by my sister in it. Because I think my sister used to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rykard is the guy. So it says Olivia on day 1 coupled up with Daniel. So that must be the guy that she gave head to, right? Day 6.
No, it was Rykard, wasn't it?
Yeah. Day 6, she coupled up with Rykard. That's who she slept with. Then she coupled up with Adam. And then she coupled from day 20, she coupled up with Alex. Then they became runners up.
Yeah.
That was mad. That was mad.
My favorite season 1.
Season 1, you say?
I ain't seen it.
Guys, get on ITV Hub, this week.
I'm gonna
watch season 1. You will not regret it. It is the funniest thing you have ever. They're mad. Can we also talk about? Do you guys remember the first ever Love Island? It was a celebrity Love Island, and it had Paul Danan and Bianca Gascoigne on it. It was years ago. Ago. Yeah, the first ever Love Island was a celebrity Love Island, and it was jokes.
What year was this still? Do you know?
Oh my God. It was in the early 2000s.
That long ago, really?
That long ago. Like it was. Let me have a look. Let me do a Google search in it. You two carry on. Let me try and find this.
Smokey123 says he thinks Aaron and Jake will go further than most people.
Do you reckon Aaron would?
I think Aaron, it depends on who he couples up with. If he ends up staying with that girl,
I don't think he goes far, yeah.
But if he doesn't, if he's single again, he'll go out because his personality is not big enough to keep him in.
I've got a question for you.
2005 it was, guys.
2005?
2005 Celebrity Love Island was on.
I would have been out at the time at that age.
It had Paul Danan on it, Bianca Gascoigne, Lee Sharp, Rebecca Lewis, Patrick Keelty, Fern Cotton, Kelly Brook.
Fern Cotton was on it.
Wow.
Fern Cotton was banging back in the day, bro. That's a love Fern. Fern's lovely. Go on, sorry. What was your question?
So obviously I asked, which girl do you think would get voted out first? Which boy out of all of them do you think would get voted out? And do not say Brad because I think Brad goes in the next episode because I think he doesn't get picked personally.
Yeah, I don't think he gets picked.
I think he's gone anyway.
Oh fuck.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I think. Who's left? If Brad goes, who's left? There's Chugs, Liam.
So you got Chugs, Liam, Toby, Aaron, Jake. Is there one more I'm forgetting?
That's it.
I think that's it, you know.
There's not many people. Is there normally more people? It feels like
no. There's always 5 and 5 in it.
Always in the first week or two.
I think Aaron goes first.
Do you think Aaron gets voted out by public first? Like I said, it does depend on who he's coupled up with, like Jan City said.
Yeah, and it depends if Chug stays in. It depends how Chug's personality comes across.
He seems all right. He's got good chat to him, I think. Do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting because Hugo and Chugs went to uni together.
Yeah, you knew him, didn't he?
They actually know each other.
Hugo's the other one. Sorry, Hugo's the other one. Maybe it'll be him. No, actually, they'll keep him in because they feel sorry for him. They're willing to fight.
Yeah, he's kind of liked by the public still.
Yeah. They'll keep him in. Who was that girl? Who was that girl years ago? And I think her name was Laura. And she coupled up with bare people, but she never found somebody that she actually liked the whole way through. But she was there till the final day.
Really? You went that far?
Yeah. She was there till the final day.
It can happen.
Sometimes you could just get coupled up by kind of like default in a way, because that kind of happened in the last season with Demi and remember Luke, the guy who looked like Justin Bieber?
Yeah,
you could tell they didn't really like each other, but it was kind of, they got paired up.
He's with that Lucy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Oh, man, I think that Demi's got thyroid cancer as well, which is...
Who?
Have you not heard?
Oh, yeah, I heard, yeah.
She's got thyroid cancer. Is it thyroid? I don't know what cancer. She's got a cancer, you know.
Oh, my
It's sad to hear that still. She's only like 22. She's pretty young, like very young still. Yeah. I don't know what cancer it is, though. I might be wrong, but she's got a cancer.
I did hear that she had something, yeah.
So sad, man.
Yeah, it's sad to hear that still. Yeah, I hope she recovers.
We watch these people, I'll say this. We watch these people, and... Oh, it's Demi.
Yeah, Demi.
Yeah, I did see that. I liked Demi. She was cute, man.
Yeah. I like Demi. She had a really good personality to her.
Yeah, really, and she was... I thought she was really cute. I thought she was cute.
She was.
Yeah, I liked her. I'll say this, like, we watch these programs and it is entertainment and we do bust up laughing, but we have to remember that in all our opinions and the things that we say and this, that, and the other, they are human beings. They're human beings, and they have thoughts and feelings like everybody else. And I think, we have to keep that in mind. And when you see somebody going through what Demi's going through, your heart goes out to them, because you remember they were human beings. Yeah.
I think it's just one of them things, because it's like you said earlier, like if it's like Big Brother, when you're sort of analysing Big Brother people, you're analysing their personality, how they're doing in the tasks, their relationships with other people. With Love Island, because it is like a show about how they look, essentially. So the first thing that gets targeted is their looks. Like, I know if I went in Love Island, people are going to be like, oh, she's ugly, or you get people saying, oh, she's good looking, or whatever. Like, it's always going to be your looks first, because that's the first impression that you can give. After that, things like your personality come into it. Oh, I like her, she's a nice person, blah, 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 blah. But in the beginning, it's all about looks. That's what happens. And it's like Chloe's family have issued a statement because people were like being really cruel. Apparently, like death threats in her DMs and stuff, like die and I'm gonna kill you, like just madness. This is what, like,
I'm saying, bro, and that's what fame brings.
Yeah, and this is the thing, and it's just people. You always get people, and I say this when I talk about football all the time. You always get people that just take it one step too far. Like, it's not, oh, I don't like them as a player. It's, I don't like them as a person. They should die. Like, you always get these people that are just, they take it too far, and it's the same.
You can't separate the two at the end of the day.
It can't be like, I don't like what she did. It's like, I don't like her, she's evil, she's this. And like, I don't like, if I tweet about Love Island or I tweet about the people, I never hashtag it Love Island, and I never at the people, because at the end of the day, I can have my opinion, but I'm not going to direct that at Chloe's account. Like, I'm not going to do that because I don't know her. Like, I'm just going off what I see. And it's like, to actually direct it at her, she's not reading it. It's her friends and family. It might be her mum that's reading it. You're an ugly cunt. Like, she don't want to see that. Like, do you know what I mean? These sort of messages that people send, or, you know, die bitch and all this kind of stuff. Like, you don't want to see that as a mum of someone, you know? So it's like, you've got to think about it like that. If they Google their name and assume that you're talking about them, then that's fair enough. They've done that. They've gone out of their way to check what you were saying. But in general, like, to direct it, and I say the same with football. Like, I can diss a football player all I want, but I'm not atting him. I'm not going to start atting the club to have these opinions. Like, just talk about them on your Twitter. If they find it, there's not really much you can do about that. But I think just people are so...
I would say this. Sorry, I just want to say to Harris on this.
Yeah.
It says footballers have worked hard, though. They deserve respect. I would say this to you, Harris. Every human being who isn't out here purposely trying to harm another human being deserves respect.
Yeah.
Regardless. Because just because they're on Love Island and they're young and they're doing stuff that's wild and having fun and saying crazy, doesn't mean that they deserve to be disrespected and told in their DMs that they should die. Like, I know footballers, I see footballers on TV every day that don't work hard, like Harry Kane, and then gets all the praise in the world. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm not getting involved.
I'm just saying. But like,
I don't mean.
I'm sure Harry Kane's worked very, very hard in his life. I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate there. But you know, every human being deserves respect, because remember this as well. Who you are in your 20s is not who you are for the rest of your life. Believe me, every human being, by the time they hit 30, most human beings, by the time they hit 30, they look back on their 20s and they go, what the fuck was I thinking? Most of the stuff that they do, most of the relationships they've been in, most of the everything, they sit there and they go, what was I was so young, I didn't know shit, and now I've ended up doing stupid things that were just totally unnecessary. And I guarantee most of these Love Islanders, when they get a little bit older, when they get in their 30s, they'll sit back and they'll go, oh, I really hate that I did that. I really hate that I did. Think about the thing that every one of you regrets most in your life. Now imagine you did that on television in front of 8 million. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't had to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get like, and I feel like you do that every decade, because when you get into your 40s, you'll probably look at your 30s and go, raw, I'm 60 who I was then. And like, because I speak to my dad now, I speak to my mom and dad now, and I think, like, I talk to them now, my dad's so different from who he was 10 years ago, but in the best way. Do you know what I mean? He's grown in so many ways. Like, it's beautiful. And I see that because I'm old enough to recognize it. But when we're in our 20s, we're doing mad stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because we're young and we're stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Because it's like you say, because you're not ever in the spotlight. So if you make a mistake, it might get kind of brushed under the carpet. You can just pretend you never did it or whatever. But when it's on the TV, like you say, and everyone's watching it, there's certain things that you won't live down, or, you know, you'll struggle to kind of make people forget. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it is hard. Like, it's hard. We say this all the time when we're talking about like footballers and stuff. Like, because we even had a discussion once about Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood, and like, they snuck some girls into the England hotel. And that is normal behavior for boys. Like, that's what you would expect of two little boys at that age. But it's like, because they're footballers and they're in the spotlight, it was like, oh, they did this, they broke the rules. And it's just like, that to everyone else wouldn't be a thing.
But then at the same time, Jan, same time though, you've got some of these Love Island boys in past seasons that are out saying, hey, I've slept with 1,000 girls on television. And people are praising them for it and going, oh my God, they're so funny. They're lovely girls. Like, oh, he's so fit. I love him. Like, it's a bit mad, isn't it? Like, the energy shifts depending on what it is. You know, a footballer, because he's a footballer, is expected to not be human. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you must be a perfect human being. Listen, none of us in this world are perfect human beings. Not one of us. And that's the beauty of life. We all get to learn. We all get to grow. The issue is not making the mistake. The issue is not learning from the mistake, innit? We all do dumb shit. We all make mistakes in life. Every single one of us. But learn from it and move forward and be a better person next time. And do you know what? Anybody who looks back and feels bad for a situation that they feel, I wasn't the best in that situation, I praise you, because now I know you're aware of it. If you feel bad about it, you're aware, and you're going, I don't want to do that again because that's not okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. Like, I don't like the fact that I did that. You're acknowledging yourself, you're acknowledging your behavior, and you're moving forward. And I'm sure that most of these Love Islanders will do the same thing when they get to that point in their life. Do you know what I mean? So let's remember that these people are human beings, and as much as we have opinions and we laugh and we joke, they're human. Let's not be sending out hate to anybody. Don't send out hate to anybody, because you don't know what someone's going through. We've just watched, not to get too serious, but we've watched people take their own lives because of what people are saying to them on a daily basis. Like, that's not okay, man. It's not okay. Let's be nice. I don't want to sound too, you know, MJ, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but at the same time, you know, we do need to love each other a little bit more, and we do live in a society where people are constantly judging rather than understanding, and you know what I mean? So let's show,
because I think that's what it is, because you don't know what anyone is going through, and
you don't.
That they went to take their life last night, but they decided not to, and then you put a horrible comment, and they think, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Like, do you know what I mean? You just don't know what you say and how it affects people. And a lot of these people that have taken their own lives, they do say they've been struggling with depression, because you don't take your own life randomly. Like, it doesn't just happen.
Of course not.
It's depression that is ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. And people are like, well, why didn't they say anything? And it's like, what people need to realize as well is, in general, humans are not very good at listening. So even if they came to you and said, oh, I'm feeling depressed, what are you going to say? It's going to get better. All this cliche bullshit that just makes you want to do it even more. So it's like, people aren't very good in general at dealing with, we're not trained in it, obviously, but they're not very good at supporting that friend or family member or whatever properly anyway. So they probably don't feel like they can come to you. Even if you think I'm a great person, blah, 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 they probably think they can't go to you, because 9 out of 10 people, whether you mean it or not, are just going to say some cliche rubbish about it will get better, life will be worse, just all that kind of shit that it doesn't help. You know what I mean? Because it's difficult. And I think social media is not a nice place. It really isn't. And it's like, I say things that are judgmental and stuff like that. Like, I know I do that, but it's like, I don't tend to direct it at people directly. So I might talk Chloe, but I'm not going to go to her and be like, yeah, you're a bitch, because like, I might tweet something, but it isn't going to be directed at that person. Like, whenever I slander a footballer, you will never see them added in that.
Yeah. And the thing is, you keep the slander,
praise.
but you keep the slander about their football playing. You don't.
You don't.
You
separate it from the person.
If you see my social media, I personally choose not to post or get involved in any of the drama that goes on social media.
Yeah.
And my Instagram page is about music and promoting my friends.
Yeah.
And artwork that I really like 80s style artwork that I love, like, and pushing like positive messages. If I really post anything, you won't really see. You'll never see me like commenting some nasty stuff on someone's page, or even if I don't like something that someone posts, I just don't like it. I just don't. I don't tap the button. I don't spend time reading through it, and I don't go read the comments to try and find something nasty about. In fact, so much so that some days I have to just not be on social media, because everything that's scrolling, it's so negative. Like, it's like, raw. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to see that or feel that. Ravi makes a good point. He says these shows are edited and we don't see everything that's being filmed. So we're only judging on what we want you to see. These people might be really, really nice people, but we're only seeing the bits that they
stuff that's going to get views and
let's be honest. If a new girl comes in and say Kaz came in and she's dead friendly, that's shit TV. Because people are going to say, "Oh, why?"
People like the drama. They're entertained by it. But at the end of the day,
so
and all I'll say about what you guys were saying is before is just to everyone, just treat everyone as how you'd like to be treated. That's it. Just treat everyone the way you'd want to be treated. That's all I'll say in it, because just how would you feel if someone was making you feel that shit? And that's just the way I see it personally.
That's the purest way of putting it, innit? Like, that is literally the purest way of putting it. Treat people how you want to be treated. It's like Manny says here, all we got to do is be kind. It's more difficult and more energy draining to be nasty than it is to be nice.
It is.
So I was talking to somebody today, and they were telling me about their job, and they were saying that, people come into my job and they're so rude. And I said, yeah, but you just be nice. And they were like, why? Yeah, but they're always rude to me. So if they're rude to me, I'm going to be rude to them. And I said, no, be nice. Because the difference is that when what you do, they're allowed to be rude to you, but because they're a customer. But if you're rude to them, you can face losing your job. Then you can't pay your bills. And also, when you're rude to when you're being rude, you're bringing yourself bad energy. Do you know what I mean? Now, again, none of us are perfect. We all lose our temper sometimes and get annoyed and stuff. That's fine. That's cool. That's water under the bridge, whatever. But like, in general, we can be kind, innit?
Yeah, of course.
I love a laugh as much as the next person. I love taking the piss. I don't mind people taking the piss out of me. It's funny. Tox and Flawless do it every day. Like, Tox has been sending me hate mail every day because he wants me to send this song to him. Like, I bust up laughing. It's the funniest thing in the world. Fine, no problem. But I know that there's no nastiness behind it. It's just, we're just having fun. But we don't have to be deliberately cruel to people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we're not in control of how people respond to stuff, but like, we are in control of, if we notice that someone's responded to something in a way, we don't have to keep doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? And that person may never recover their opinion of you after doing that, but it doesn't mean that you have to keep behaving like that towards everybody else. Just notice that that's been a problem and change it, innit? It's not difficult. It's easy. Just be nice, innit? Like, I can't stand Man City, but I'm not gonna go and have a go at Jan about it. I don't like Liverpool. I'm not gonna go and have a go at Ryan about it. I'm not gonna hate him because of it, because he supports Liverpool. That's petty. That's pointless. Do you know what I mean? I might take the piss out of him for it, but
that's banter at the end of the day. Me and Flawless do that. I mean, me and Jan about an hour ago we were like, you know, arguing on Twitter and shit. We were arguing on Twitter, but it's all light-hearted at the end of the day.
That's the thing though, because like, it's funny because like, people will see me and Ryan and I'll be like, oh, you dick, shut the fuck up, right? And then people will see that and be like, yeah, you dick. It's like, I know this person. So it's like, when
we'll be chatting shit to each other on Twitter, then be on the phone to each other for about 3 hours after that, talking the right shit.
Let's put it this way. If I bet every single one of us has got a group chat, on our WhatsApp, that if anybody read it with our friends, that if anybody read it, they'd be like, these aren't friends. They are not friends. Guaranteed. Because everyone's just cussing. Like, it's just banter. It's funny.
Yeah.
Just CFC said, imagine being Jan and
to ring that up.
3 games in a row by Chelsea. She could be angry and upset, but she handled it with class.
You know what's actually mad though? Like, it's crazy when people like I had people after the Champions League final like, oh, she's gonna go into hiding, right? If these people knew me, oh my God, right? When I was in college, was like 2006, 2007. City were okay. We weren't as bad as we had been at that time.
What year was that again?
Like 2006, 7.
No, you were still shitty City at that time. You were still shitty City.
No. Don't get me wrong. We weren't great. We weren't great.
City,
but we weren't. The thing is, we weren't as bad as we had been. I was still running my mouth. I didn't care if City hadn't won the league in however many years. So the funny thing is, when people that have known me a long time, and like, if I was ever gonna hide, it would not be after my team lose a Champions League fucking final. It would have been when we got relegated for like the 3rd time in my life or whatever. Like, it would have been that.
Imagine you've been relegated 3 times in Jan's life.
Oh my God.
We got relegated and then we got relegated again.
That is so funny.
Mad.
But you know what? Like, but this is the thing, like, I supported City when City were shit. So them losing the Champions League final is not shit to me.
Shout out Saeed in it. Shout out Saeed in it, because this comment still has pictures, bro.
Is that what Saeed said?
Yeah, he said that on a stream like over a week ago, innit?
Oh my!
He actually said that still.
Saeed is jokes, man. But I mean, look, I do. What are your predictions? What are your guys' predictions for this season? Are we expecting it to get better and be a brilliant season, or are we thinking that it's just going to stay a middle of the road, easy watch season?
I think it'll get better. I think it'll get better.
Because I think the winter one kind of came across a bit. At the start, it didn't seem like it was going to be the best, and I thought it actually was okay at the end. So I think it'll get better. I think they're gonna get better people in probably.
Yeah.
Casa Amor's always interesting because they always bring in likable people in that people like. I like this person.
Casa Amor just gets bloody interesting anyway. You know what I love about Casa Amor, is that not only does it is the thing that causes drama between a couple, it kind of divides friendships, and it's always me to say that, but it causes beef between the whole villa, causes divides. So, you know, for example, like when Callum got with Molly and Casa Amor last season, and Shona obviously was best friends with Paige, and that obviously caused beef between Paige and Callum then as well, because it's like, oh, you cheated my best mate. You've let go of my best mate, like you've upset her. So it causes.
Callum made the right choice. Let's just
he did still. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, of course he did.
You made the right choice, bro. Well done.
100% did. Definitely. I can't blame Callum for that. I would have done the exact same.
Do you know what? I just love the best part of it because I think sometimes it's a little bit boring if it's predictable. So you know when you just know, when they go in there and you just know they're gonna just stay with their partner and it's a bit dead. So it's like people that are gonna be like, nah, I want to leave. Like remember,
they won't even share a bed with a girl or anything. Like they'll just try and be so loyal and go and sleep outside on a bed by themselves or something. Like that's when.
But when she came back to tell him that she loved him. Remember that Curtis guy, the dancing. Yeah. He's in Hollyoaks now. Randomly.
What is it?
But like him, he came to her to say that he wasn't feeling her, and the air hostess girl, Amy, she was coming to say that she loved him.
Yeah, no.
Why did that see him? Oh, that was funny.
She left. She actually left just after that, didn't she? Yeah. She literally the show.
But Curtis was a dick for that because he led her on big time, man.
I know.
Although, having said that, I'd have gone with Moira as well. She was nice, bro. Yeah. I thought Moira was nice.
These Michael and Priscilla broke up. To be fair, Michael was playing a game throughout that whole series, man. I remember Michael. He was playing a game, man.
I like Priscilla. I
think Michael really liked Priscilla, though. I
thought he was playing a game throughout the whole series, though, in a way, you know. Yeah, I thought he was still. Yeah. I didn't know they'd broken up, though. I had no idea.
It's weird though because it's like apparently like what ex-Love Islanders have said is like apparently when they come out, so say they're a couple, so say for example, it's like you and a girl, you're like a brand as a couple, so they will say to you like, okay, Ryan and Molly, say for example,
I wish.
Sign a contract.
I really wish. Molly was the best one on the last season, bro. Yeah, don't give me dreams. Bloody hell, yeah.
You couple that we pair, they would say to you guys, if you
Ryan was so quick off the draw.
I was in dreamland there when she said that. Bloody hell, Ryan and Molly. Whoa. She was my favorite one on the last one, not gonna lie.
Oh, Ryan, you are funny, bro. You are.
But, I think it's a brand, so I think if they stay together, it works better for them financially. Yeah. And that's why a lot of them will stay together for like a year and then break up.
Yeah, I think as well they might be contracted to it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're contracted to it. Maybe
they are. I think they are.
Someone you've got to stay together for a period of time before you're allowed to break up, innit?
Yeah, because I think the public complain especially when someone wins it and they break up, because it's like,
you know what's crazy about Love Island though?
That happened with Amber though, innit? And she was
Amber and Greg broke up like literally a few weeks after. It was bad still.
They were never real.
It was,
and Greg was only in there for a week, and he won the whole thing.
But he worked out that she was the favorite when he went in, so he
chose her for a date.
Targeted her. To win the show.
Yeah, he did still, 100%.
He wanted his. Oh my God! Someone just put this.
Anna.
Do you not remember Anna? Listen. That was.
Yeah.
I didn't like Anna in it. Like.
Yeah.
I didn't like Anna. I didn't
like Anna in it. But the way that went off with Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, man! Literally asked her to be his girlfriend 2 days before. And then goes and grasps another girl. Oh, that was mad still. She went.
Apparently, didn't he get told by the producers to ask her to be his?
I actually don't know that, you know.
I think he said that afterwards, didn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
But he did seem like him and Anna was the kind of real deal. But obviously, clearly not. Clearly bloody not, but yeah.
You know what though? When you
That's
think about it, people are married and they cheat. So imagine these people have been in a holiday, and bear in mind when you're on holiday, people always have like holiday romances that they have anyway.
Man said them good fingers, you know. When she came in,
I remember that. Oh my god.
there it is. This is the one thing though. I love on Love Island when people go in, yeah, all prissy and trying to look clean, and then something happens and the hood comes out. I love when the hood comes out of people. I love that when the hood comes out of people. It's so funny because you've seen them the whole time.
Yeah, like
and then something jars them and the hood comes out.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? That's so funny to me. It's yo.
Do you know what? I love arguing, me. I love arguing.
Yeah, I know you do.
I just start an argument for no reason. I'd just be like, she called you a bitch, you know, just to start an argument, and then I'd be like, yeah, let me get involved.
Look, even this, look, when Amber said dead.
Yeah, that was to Joanna, innit? When she came in with Michael from Casa Amor. Fucking hell,
see,
man.
this is true as well. Ovi was a G, like Ovi was so chill.
Facts.
He was so chill, and he was likable because he was so chill. He wasn't in anyone's face, but he was funny and he had his little quirks and cool, innit?
But you are right about Greg, because Greg went in that season with the tactical game to just go, because he was going in with a week left. You might as well go in and try and win it. And literally, it was like, because he got to choose one girl for a date, and it was no coincidence he chose Amber in it, like only girl single and most liked by the public. He had a bloody good chance of winning it, and he did it, which is fair play to him in the end. But you know what's crazy about Love Island? You know what's crazy? Yeah. You know what's crazy about Love Island, though?
Made herself a millionaire, bro.
Yeah, she was on This Morning Britain the other day talking about Love Island on an interview, like.
Yeah, she's gone clear her, but she was in. She was in Tracy Beaker as a kid, apparently. Apparently, she was in Tracy. I didn't watch it. You see?
Oh, Amber.
Yeah, Amber. Yeah, apparently she was in it. So.
What were you going to say?
They were in the winter one, weren't they?
The twins,
Grace, what was she called? Can't remember.
Oh, who?
The twins, Evie and
Jeff and Eve.
Yeah.
Jeff and Eve,
They're in winter.
Yeah. I didn't think they had like.
And she got with Ched, didn't she? She got with Ched because one of them left early.
Yeah, but did you see when they used to kiss? That kiss was the weirdest looking kiss. He put his whole mouth like this all over her face. Yeah. Like, what kind of kiss is that? Like, nah, man.
He had dead. I thought Ched had dead chat, you know.
Ched was dead. Like, everything about him.
He was a big guy, though. He's mad, proper hench, but he was a dead guy, man. I'm not going to lie. But
yeah, but some of them girls, like, they like in my high school, all them girls, like, if they saw the deadest black guy, they'd be like, he is fit. Like, honestly, I used to hang around with like loads of African guys when I was at school, and sometimes they'd come to like my school with me and like for whatever reason, and all the girls would be like, "Wow, he's amazing," and I'd be like, "He is not. Like, he's not even a good-looking black guy, right?" But because they're not used to them, so it's kind of like someone like Ched. If that was a group of black and mixed race girls, they're probably not even looking at him twice. But he's hot. Like, he's not good looking.
Yeah, but those twins, that's their thing, innit?
That is,
That is their thing. That's what they're into. That's what they like.
Yeah.
They're like big black guys. Like, but and they don't really get it. Do you know what I mean? They don't really understand it. Like, they don't understand. Like, they're mad in it. For me, I couldn't take to them at all on the program.
I couldn't. I didn't like them at all.
I didn't take to most of the contestants on that season, though. I wasn't really like, that wasn't my favorite. The winter one was not my favorite season, like, at all. I was a bit like, I didn't really take to many of the, like, I wasn't like Love Island is hilarious, isn't it? And if it's if it's not cracking up, I'm just not like I find it entertaining. Like, make it be funny, innit? Just
it has to be funny.
Say funny shit. Like, the characters have changed in Love Island now. It's all a little bit like you were saying before about it's the way you look. It's all a bit too much about how you look now. Like back in the day, it was jokes.
Yeah,
it was jokes. It was funny. Go watch season 1 in it. Just go watch season 1.
I am gonna, to be fair.
Like, Summer 2019 was the GOAT series. It wasn't. Go and watch season 1 in it. Just go and watch season 1. It is so funny. You'll be crying. For the first episode.
If you think about it, the first season, when that was, people weren't as bothered about things like looks. Like, don't get me wrong, it's always been a thing in terms of attraction. But people were more like, oh, let's see what this person's like. Whereas now it's like, I'm not attracted to them, not interested. Do you know what I mean? And then, I don't know. It's just, it's weird.
Because Instagram is all about looking at what's in front. Like, and I think what's funny is, I think Instagram was made so that you could view people's lives through their eyes.
Yeah.
And what it's been made about is them taking pictures of themselves.
Yeah.
So looking at them rather than seeing the world through their eyes. You know, and I think
when I first got Instagram, you posted pictures of things. Like, my post was always like football games, or like, it wasn't pictures of selfies. Like, selfies wasn't really like a thing then. And if you did have a picture, it'd be like you and your friend, or it wasn't quite how it is now. But it's
public
like
service announcement. Jan now loves a selfie. Go check her Instagram out. It's Jan City. Go check it out.
Literally, mine now is literally just like pictures of me.
I love it.
It never used to be. Honestly, if I scroll down through mine, so it's all pictures of me. But the reason why it's pictures of me is because we've been in a lockdown. It's like football. Like, it's literally all football. But because I haven't been going to football, it's just me now.
Yeah.
Like, sections of my page were literally football.
Yeah.
They say, remember Georgia from 2018? Do you remember Georgia?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Man. She went mad in that recoupling thing, innit? Where I can't even remember what happened, but she didn't get picked, innit? And it's just mad.
When she was like, Jack kissed me. No, he didn't.
Oh, no. He didn't. I know.
You kissed him, bruv.
Yeah.
You watched it. You saw it.
Do you know what's crazy about Love Island, though? It's the fact that the second
I'm loyal back.
That was what I was saying.
I'm loyal, babe.
I'm loyal, babe. Go on, Ryan. What were you saying?
You know what's crazy about it is the fact that it's all, you know, it's always the second place couple at the end of the season who always are guaranteed to stay with each other.
Yeah.
You notice that still.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think that's for two things. One, the pressure on the winners must be a lot stronger, because people are like more in your business than they would be if you kind of finish second.
Yeah.
If you finish second, you can you have enough clout to kind of get the deals that you need, but you can also kind of disappear into the background and live your life.
Yeah.
It's like that Olivia girl and the Alex guy, they actually got married. She's got her own show. They had their own show together. She's got her own wedding dress, second-hand wedding dress program where she like helps women find a wedding dress. They live in some mansion in the countryside, and she said that on a bad month she earns like 35k. On a bad month, like, honestly, like, she is wadded. Like, she makes so much money, and they didn't win it, but they were like liked enough to kind of be successful. So and I thought after her, like, because she was wild on the show, I thought she might even get cancelled, but she didn't. Like, she just blew up, and now she's living the life of luxury. So it just depends. And that other Olivia has got her own show. She's married a footballer from Blackburn Rovers, and she's got
Bradley
her
Dack.
own show. I can't
His
remember.
name's Bradley Dack. Yeah.
Oh yeah, him.
Who's that?
You know
Olivia Atwood.
She's married to
Oh,
a
the blunting.
Blackburn.
The tall blunting.
Yeah. She used
The one
to.
that started the whole Muggy Mike thing.
She what?
The one that started the whole Muggy Mike thing.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. She's married a footballer.
Yeah, Blackburn
married
Rovers.
to a Blackburn player, and she's got her own show. So,
Boss like Endo said, "Who's the fakest person on Love Island history?" For me, it was Shauna. She was two-faced to Michael.
Fakest person.
I didn't like Shauna, but you lot are gonna go and have to watch the early seasons to make that choice. But I'm gonna say Jess from season 2, and she won it.
Jess.
She won it.
Jess, season 2.
She was on the same one as Cara and what's his face?
No, Cara won it. Cara and Nathan won it.
Oh, maybe it was the season after then.
Must have been the season 3.
Oh, it was the one with Jason from Curry's brother on it.
No, because that was season that. Oh yeah, that was season 3. That was season 3. 1 minute.
So her name was Jess, and she got with a guy that came in like at the end.
No, Kem and Amber won it. What the hell? 1 minute.
Did they? No, I didn't know. No.
1 minute. Because Kem and Amber won that one. Season 4 was Jack and Danny. Wait. Must be 1 minute. I don't know. Is it season 1 then?
Thing. It can't be season 1. Was it season 1?
Must be season 1. I think Jess won it. Is she the one that was like in a friendship?
Yeah, it was season 1. Season 1. Sorry.
Season 1.
Season 1. Bro, she's the fakest person ever on that show for me.
What do you mean by
I
fake,
didn't watch
though?
season 1, but my sister said that the person that won it was in a friendship couple or something. They weren't actually. Apparently, they weren't in love. I don't know. There was
Amber.
Couple. So I don't know.
You know, one that comes to mind quick, and people might not remember it. It's only from the winter season. Do you maybe not fake, but playing a game? Was remember Natalia? She was about my age at the time. She was about young.
Yes.
And she came in Casa Amor. She got with Luke, who looked like
Luke.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Got with him. He was her ticket into the villa, and she got rid of him, saying she weren't sexually attracted to him after one day being in the villa. That's playing a game.
Someone told me that she does OnlyFans now, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I don't
don't know. Yeah.
Someone told me that she does OnlyFans, innit?
But that was
what?
the definition of playing a
Mohammed
game.
mentioned Camilla. That Camilla's actually married and had a baby with that guy. I like that.
I really liked her. I thought she was lovely.
Because you know what it was? She was very different because she actually had like a proper job, for starters.
Yeah.
And
this is a great comment, Mohammed. This is a great comment. Olivia and Chris was the maddest roller coaster with argue and get back together every episode. That season was jokes. And them two together was, you're right, that was the maddest roller coaster.
They were toxic, them two. Toxic. I didn't really like Olivia.
Together.
I didn't like Olivia. Yeah, they did. Did you guys like?
Did you guys like Andy, the Scottish guy?
Yeah.
Was he the Scottish geezer?
Yeah, he was.
I think he was. I thought he was all right still. I liked him. The problem is with him, he didn't know. He was dumb in it. He did stupid things. He wouldn't think before he did something. That was the problem with him.
Yeah.
I remember him still. He was in the Amber season, I think. Yeah,
Anthony's
Scottish.
Who did he like?
All of the seasons now.
Let me tell you, go on ITV Hub tonight. Ryan, go on ITV Hub tonight and watch season 1 in it. I promise you, bro. I promise you, you'll bust. You'll be laughing. You'll be laughing.
I want to watch that and Love is Blind still.
Love is Blind is amazing.
Yeah, he said that. Love is Blind.
Yeah. And then when they met his parents, his mum gave his girlfriend the razor as a present.
Oh God!
Do you remember?
I would die.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry.
Wasn't he with? No, he was with He was with my friend's daughter. He was with
I forgot her name still. Oh, what was her name?
I know her dad, and it's
because her dad's an actor. But I forgot his name. Her dad was in Football Factory.
Yeah. And the business. Tamahasa, sorry.
That's it. She was called Belle. She's called Belle. I remember now. She's called Belle.
So I know her dad, innit?
Oh, really?
I used to have the same agent as him. So I used to hang out with him and Danny Dyer.
Mad.
Time ago, years ago. Like
you got in Love Island.
Never. Belle is lovely though. Belle is a lovely girl. Lovely girl. Like I didn't meet her too much, but like I know her dad and I know the way he is about his family, and they're a lovely family. Like they're the most they're a beautiful family, man. Honestly, I wish I'd have got to spend more time around them because I wasn't around my family too much because I live here and they live up north, innit? But they're a lovely family, man. Belle is a lovely, like you can see it.
She seemed a really nice girl on it, to be fair.
You can see it on the program. She's lovely. She's lovely. She's lovely. Love Island has had so many light-skinned men in the past couple of years. I've forgotten who's who.
They all look the same as well. They've all got the same square head.
Look, every contestant on that show looks the same every year. They've got a rota. They've got a rota and they know what they want every year.
I think it's probably because if you think about it, if you're casting for a show, you're gonna have a certain type of person that you find attractive, and that's clearly what they're doing. They're using the same casting people, and they're finding. They're going for two things. They're either going for who they find attractive, so a certain type. So that's why you get all them mixed race looking guys that look a certain way. And then you get all them sort of white guys that look a certain way.
Yeah.
They might try and put some diversity in there. So they might have like one Asian guy, or they might have like, something like that to make it a bit different. This time they've got a disabled guy. Like they're going to try and tick all boxes, whatever.
Yeah.
And same with the girls. And then they get
Hugo's got a club foot.
Yeah, have you seen the way he walks?
No, I've never noticed.
He walks on his tiptoes.
Yeah. I was telling my colleague and he was like, wow, because he saw him walk across he walks. But the thing is, then they also have the people that have social media. So if you have a lot of followers on Instagram, they'll contact you and say, would you like to go on Love Island? Because my colleague, he's a model and he's light skinned and he looks like a lot of the guys that have been on there, like Jordan and people like that, right? And they said to him, did he want to go on? They didn't say it was Love Island. They said, do you want to go on a dating show abroad?
Right.
Obviously was that, right? But he was like, no, I don't want to go on it. But they invite people like that, people that are models, people that have got agents, people that are got a big Instagram following or whatever it is on purpose. So they can, I think it's because if there's, say you've got 100,000 Instagram followers, that's 100,000 people that may watch that show. So they already get the views, so it's worth their while doing it. But it's just, I don't know. It is very repetitive. That's why it's hard when you're saying oh, what about Olivia? It's which Olivia? They've all got the same names as well. There's a bit about.
That's so true.
That's very, very true.
So true.
Half the time, there's two guys with the same name in the same series. It's like Liam D, Liam M. Why just don't pick two guys with the same name? I don't know. It's madness. It's madness.
I mean, look, it's always going to be that way, isn't it? Do you guys remember Rebecca from last year? She went with a young lad.
Yeah, I do.
It just
she was body, weren't she?
She's with that Scottish
She's with
guy.
The Scottish guy, Biggs or something, isn't it? Yeah. She's with him now.
Oh yeah, I met them at an event last year.
Oh really?
Was it last year or year before? No, it was last year. I was performing at the Sports Awards. I think it was called the Ethnic Sports Awards, something like that. Mm-hmm. So it was basically celebrating Black and Asian sports personalities, and Chris Akabusi was there getting a Lifetime Achievement Award and stuff. Phenomenal evening. And those guys, the Love Island guys, were actually there presenting awards, and we were performing there. I was singing, and I met them after, and they were like, "Oh my God, your singing was crazy!" Like, no. And I'm like, "Cool, like, hi." But I met them there, and they're actually a really nice couple.
Yeah, they do seem really nice.
Rebecca and Vince were a lovely couple, man. They were so nice, man.
Yeah.
So nice.
He actually got knocked out of it, dumped from it, because he didn't get someone in Casa Amor, and she went with someone else. I forgot. She picked someone else in Casa Amor, but I forgot who it was. Obviously, that didn't last, so she got with Biggs instead. She got with him time ago as well, literally just after the show ended.
For a while, man. They've been together for a good couple years now, surely.
Yeah, because literally just after the show ended, they got together, and they've been together ever since.
Yeah. Oh, it must be. Yeah, it's a couple years now?
Well, maybe 1.5 years.
Yeah. Must be. Yeah,
I think 1.5 years.
Do you know what? It's so funny, and this is why I always say, like, people are humans, in it, because I met some of the guys. Like, I met Danny as well. Do you remember the tall model guy?
Which season was that?
I think it was the same one as Rebecca. That's who she coupled up with for a second. I
remember Danny from the Amber season.
Or maybe he was from the Amber season. He was tall guy, mixed race guy. And
I know who you mean.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Michael as well that was on the Amber season.
Yeah, Michael.
But yeah, both, like, I met those guys at the event, and both lovely guys, like really, really nice guys, really pleasant. Got nothing but nice stuff to say about those boys. They were really, really nice guys. Really nice guys. Yeah. Proper. And I met because a friend of mine, Savannah, was in Casa Amor when Wes and all them lot were on it.
Yeah.
Who else was in it? Oh, Josh. Josh and Wes and stuff. And I met Josh because he came to watch Thriller when I was doing that in the West End. And again, lovely guy, just really cool, really chilled out. And he's doing great, actually. He does a lot of commentary for the sports and stuff, does a lot of interviews for sports channels.
He's presenting like Premier League. You know what he did? You know, the England squad are at the England camp.
Yeah.
He was interviewing all the footballers, interviewing Sterling. Yeah. He went
to America and was interviewing the NBA basketball players and stuff. He is a really nice guy, and like massive respect to everything he's doing. Like, well done to you, bro. You're achieving so much. It's amazing. And I love when people, you know, take their opportunity and make their dream true and really work hard. Like, you can see that he's put the effort in, you can see that he's worked hard. And this is the other thing, you know, Love Island is funny and we laugh at it, but you know, some people have taken what they've done on Love Island and made it an amazing thing for them, made it great.
Yeah, definitely. They really have. Yeah.
Wes is now releasing music, doing his thing. Yeah. You know, Josh is obviously doing his presenting stuff. Like, it's great, and you know, all credit to those people.
Definitely.
All credit to those people who've been able to take their opportunity and make it something for themselves. You know, that's a great thing.
That's what reality TV does, because it can go two ways. You can either go on there, you're liked by the public, and your career takes off, or you go on there, you aren't liked, and then, you know, you might get just a lot of abuse, and then it kind of goes downhill. But it's just taking the opportunity, trying to come across as nice as you possibly can, obviously.
Yeah.
And then just seeing what comes your way, because a lot of them, that's why, you know, when you said, would you go on Love Island? I probably wouldn't. If you said go on a show and it wasn't on TV, I probably wouldn't do it. But with it being on TV, it's like, it would be quite cool to kind of get an agent and get opportunities. Like, people know who you are, but then you're not famous enough that everywhere you go, people are going to know you. So it's for them, it's like, it's kind of in the middle. And as long as you're a nice person, you're still going to get people slandering you. We know that. Like, every single person on social media does. But it's like, as long as you come across well, you can pretty much like Amber, like she might get a bit of abuse, but for every abusive comment she gets, she's probably getting 10,000 girls.
10,000,
yeah.
You're stunning. So it's like she doesn't really care about the
exactly.
And you know what as well? I think with Love Island, most of the time when people get tarnished on Love Island, most of it's because they're acting up instead of actually being themselves. Like if you go on it for yourself, you'll find that more people like you. I think even in life, when you act up and you try and be more than you are, or try and put on a certain persona, people end up going, don't really like you because they can feel your energy. You know what I mean? And we've all done it at some stage in our lives. It's just, you got to catch yourself and you realize that, you know, and I think a lot of the people that get on well, like Josh and them lot, they're just themselves, innit? And that's why people are cool with them. They like them because they're just themselves. So even when they do something wrong, it's like, well, he's human, innit? Like, he's a nice guy, really. Do you know what I mean?
What did Nats do that was so horrible?
What did Nats do? Guy?
Just like Endo said,
in the winter season.
Fakest, it's Naz. The guy snaked his best friend who supported him through the whole series. So how did he snake him? Because I don't remember that. What happened?
I don't know. Who was his best friend they're talking about as well?
I don't think he was in the show. By the looks of it, Murad Ali. Does he mean when he came out, the guy that was doing? I don't know.
I actually have no idea. Please explain in the comments.
Just like Endo, let us know in the comments, please, bro. What happened?
Yeah, what did Naz do?
If it's that short Asian guy, he went to uni with my ex-boyfriend because he said that it was his mate. Yeah, he said it was his friend.
Jan, would you ever date a footballer?
Do you know what? Probably not. Don't get me wrong. The reasons, there's pros and cons, obviously. The pros would be footballers, like, because with me, like, I want kids. So footballers tend to want kids. They tend to want quite a few, and they tend to want them quite young. So I would have happily had like 3 kids young. So for that reason,
have you got kids, Jan?
No, not yet. No. So obviously, like, I would love to, like, I'd love to go to football and be able to be like, that's my man on the pitch. Obviously, like, you know, that sort of side.
And you love footy as well, like you're a big
and I would be his biggest fan. Like, I would, you know what I mean? Because I like football, and obviously I like him. So that side of it, The relationship side of it's where it's hard, because a lot of the time you're in an open relationship. So even if you're married, it's like, it is open. So it's a bit, it's one of them, and I don't think you can go into a relationship with a footballer believing that you're the only woman. Like, some of them don't get me wrong.
Could you handle that though? Like, would you be fine with having an open relationship?
Nah,
sorry. Don't even answer that question. That's so personal. Like, why are we talking about this on a podcast? We'll have this conversation afterwards, innit?
No, I don't mind. Like, it's one of them. Like, it's kind of like, if I got with a footballer, I would know it is an open. It's not going to be me, him, and that's it. Like, it's not. And it might be. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some footballers out there that don't cheat.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, because they have so many girls throwing themselves at them, it is quite hard for a lot of them to kind of say no. So it's one of them things. But there's pros and cons. I don't know if I could be asked. I don't know. Because I definitely wouldn't be a trophy.
That is so funny, yeah. That is choice of words.
Get him off, he's playing shit. Don't be embarrassing me. Like, nah, like, it wouldn't have to, like,
Jan's choice of words sometimes.
It's good, isn't it?
She said, I don't know if I could be asked.
Conversation on the stream, because I do a lady stream, and we were talking about footballers, and I was saying, like, one of the girls that I do a show with, like, Lambs, big up Lambs, if you watch him, but
big up Lambs.
She was basically saying that she would be like, if they played shit or they gave away a penalty or did something daft, she'd be like, you ain't sleeping in my bed, get out. So, like, a lot of these girls, like, that are dating footballers, kind of like, I've seen it before where wags are there and they're not even watching the game. Like, Balotelli used to date this girl who was a model, right? Raffaella Fico, is it? Something like that. And she was like a model, like an Italian model, I think. And he was dating her, and she, like, I remember watching, because I used to sit on the second tier, and you can kind of see into the boxes.
Right.
And she was not what she was sat at the bar with her back to the game for the whole time, and he wasn't playing that game. So fair enough, she wasn't watching him, but she had her back to the game the whole time. He was stood at the window watching the game, and like it's just mad because like the security guard was telling us that like he went in the toilets and like locked himself in. So they thought he was smoking in the toilets because he used to smoke quite a lot, right?
Right.
And when they knocked on the door, like apparently she was like attacking him in the toilet. Like it's just mad. It's like some mad relationship. And I think he had a kid with her as well. It's just madness. But like, yeah, it's just some of them like it's because I think like if your partner does something, I feel like you should be supportive to that. So if your boyfriend is fair enough, if he's like an electrician, there's not really much you can do. But if he's like a rugby player or a music artist or something like
shut down electricians, you know. Yeah,
how am I supposed to support him in that? Apart from like helping him, you know, emotionally and stuff like that.
Yeah, you still support him, innit? You still support him.
Yeah, you still support him. But like, if say for example, like I married a rugby player, I have no interest in rugby. So I would go and watch them as their wife, but I would just be like, "This is dead. I'm not interested." Whereas, like,
you think because he's doing it, do you think you could become more interested in it anyway?
You probably would.
Because, like, I say that because, like, in like, me personally, I can only use my own experiences. My missus, we both love music, but she never listened to music the same way I do. I listen to music intently. Like, I listen to the way the lyrics meet the melody and why the guitar meets this point of the.
You can hear
like, I listen intently, and I listen for emotion. Like, I can listen to a song that make me cry. Do you know what I mean? Like, I that's how involved I am in it. Whereas she's never listened to music like that. But yes, with me, because I'm so extra and open about it, now she's listening to songs and she's going, wow. I hope she doesn't mind me telling this story, but one day she was in the bedroom. I was playing a song in here by a band called Bear's Den. Red Earth and Pouring Rain, the song's called. And I'm playing it and I'm listening to it, singing along in the living room, and she finally listens to the lyrics, because I'm always saying, oh, you should really listen to lyrics. And she started crying. She was like, I really understand what he's saying now. That's beautiful. Boss said, yo, Lynch, you come weird when it comes to music. That's because I'm a songwriter and producer, so I'm involved in music intently, so I understand it on a different level. It resonates with me differently. I'm a creator of music, so that's my bag. But yeah, like, you know, so now whenever she sort of listens to music, or whenever I write music, she really listens to it. What's the lyrical content like? And she's really involved in it. She gives me advice on it and things like that. So, you know, she's sort of allowed herself to start enjoying that side of it. Do you know what I mean? So do you reckon you could sort of maybe you love sport, innit?
I get what you mean. Like you could. I just think, like, because I always say, like, my theory on it is, like, I think you should be your partner's biggest fan. And it's like, if I dated a rugby player, there's going to be other girls that are bigger fans of him than me, just by default. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, if I was dating, like, a Man City player, no one's going to be a bigger fan of him than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? If I was dating a United fan, there's going to be girls that are...
See, now, I think I don't agree with you, you know? Because I think whatever man you get with, and this is just my understanding of you as a person from what I know.
I know what you're going to say.
I feel like whatever they do, you're going to be their biggest fan. There's nobody. I feel like you would support them and love them massively.
Like it's mad because like it's mad because like my boyfriend is completely different to me. Like,
is it?
Yeah, like he's just like, we're not different in terms of like family and stuff, because he's Jamaican.
I didn't know you and Flawless were dating. No, I'm joking. I'm setting a narrative. It was a joke, guys. I'm not dating. Flawless is not her boyfriend. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You right now, but I bet you will.
Flawless is gonna kill me. See all that. all that cussing out that they do online, it's all just gentle flirting, isn't it? I'm joking. Flawless, this is gonna kill me.
He's gonna come and cuss you. But
So what's your boyfriend like then, Jan? And how long have you been together?
Like a year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you lock down together?
Huh?
Did you lock down together?
Nah.
See, right. Now this is more Love Island savvy. Okay, so I'm gonna ask.
Come on, Jan.
I'm gonna ask both of you. Jan, I know you're coming quick in it, so I'm gonna ask you first, Ryan. What are you looking for in a partner? Like, what do you like? What's your type? What is important to you? If we're on Love Island now and there's a girl there, what's important to you? What are you looking for?
You know what? I don't really like. You know what? It's crazy. I don't really have an actual type. I'm quite just like chilled with that. I have to find a girl who, I'm like sexually attracted to and everything, but I can have banter within it. She needs to have my sense of humor. That's like mad important for me. Like I can be able to. I need to be able to like take the piss out of her in like a fun way in it, and like she take the piss out of me. That's the sort of relationship that I like. It's like it's the same with like your friends in it. You want to have that same kind of relationship with your partner at the end of the day. So that's just what I'd be looking for personally. Have the same sense of humor as me.
All right, Jan. What did you find and what was you looking for, my Jan? Let's go.
I was looking for a rich millionaire. But I didn't get that. I didn't find that. Nah, to be honest, like it's weird because I don't know. It's strange because I do like him, but it's like we're very different. So he's like.
Sorry, Jan. I just want to let you know. We're live on a podcast,
we're live on a podcast.
Like, he doesn't be saying stuff like, "Well, I do like him, but like."
No, it's not like oh, I don't like him. It's just we are very different in a lot of ways. So he's like quite. Sorry, I just.
Ryan, I can't wait to ask her this next question, innit? So
right. I'm already in anticipation, bro. I'm already waiting for this still.
No, so like he's very into like, so he hates football. Like he doesn't like what I like in terms of like football stuff like that. He's not really on social media. Like he's not on Twitter. He doesn't have a mobile phone. Like it's just weird. Like just madness like that. He has Instagram. That's how I communicate with him. Weird. So it's like he's not really on social media. Like he's like even his Instagram, like he's probably got 3 pictures of him on the whole of his Instagram.
Right.
It's like, because he's a photographer, it's just pictures of things.
Okay.
And it's like, like other people.
That's good though, because he's promoting his business, which is good. That's good.
Yeah, and then he's into skiing. Like he's always been skiing. So that's what he does with his part-time job.
Okay.
So, like the thing is, like I work a lot and he works more than me. So it's kind of annoying in a way. But yeah, it's just we are very different. Like if I met him.
Sorry, Jan. I just read a comment.
I know what comment you're reading.
I'm gonna wait. No, listen, I'm gonna wait till you're finished, Jan, but I'm gonna get it up because that is fucking hilarious.
That is good still.
I'm using that one. That's jokes. Carry on, Jan.
Yeah, that's it. We're like he probably I'd have like met him in a different scenario. It might have been different, do you know what I mean? But we get on. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Jan, I'm gonna ask you this question.
Oh.
Go on.
Right. Do you think is this the one?
You better have big.
No, that's not the question I asked
That's
you.
not an answer. Yes or no?
For you,
is he the one?
Yes or no? Is he the one?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Are you only saying that because you're on the podcast?
Nah, he won't see this. Honestly, he won't see this.
Right.
It's mad because I don't really like. I've not really had I've not been one of them people that's been like in and out of relationships and that. But
Right.
it's like, yeah, it's weird. Like, because I think because of lockdown, we've not spent as much time together as we probably would have done outside.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird because like we work a lot. So like I probably spend like 3 hours a week with him, like literally not that much. So it's like at the moment, it's kind of like it's still in that sort of building stage. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously I want kids, so we'll probably have kids before, but is what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, it's weird. Like I'd like to like go on holiday with him. You know, where you spend time.
Because that week away when it's just you
That's
two.
a long period of time together.
Yeah.
So that's what I think we need before. Because I would say like he's very nice. Like we got on stuff like that. He's met my mom. Him and my mom get on. That sort of stuff. So
does your mom like him?
My mom, yeah. He's quite quiet.
Okay.
Where I'm the opposite.
Big up Peter, man.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know, like he's.
Peter.
I just think until I like spend a lot of time with him in a row, you might not know that. Do you know what I mean? But for now, he seems like he is what I want right now. So
amazing. Listen, I'm super happy for you, and I'm sorry for putting you on the spot. But it's the Love Island. It's the Love Island show. I got
the Love Island recap show. Remember?
Like, I'm not one of them people that's like, because I work in a children's home, obviously, so I work with teenage boys. And like, I remember doing like training, and this woman was like, "Oh, they ask personal questions," and I'm like, I don't find personal questions like they don't bother me. Like if somebody says to me like, "Oh, something like a sexual question," I'll just answer the question. Like I really don't see it as like a
Jan don't give a shit.
I just don't care. Like I just don't see it as personal. Like unless I'm giving you my bank details or my postcode. Like that's personal. But like asking me a question about relationships, sex, anything like that doesn't bother me. It's not that deep.
All right, I'm gonna tell you mine in it,
yeah,
in a minute. I'm gonna tell you about mine in a second. But two things. One, I have to talk about this comment, yeah. Boss like Endo said, it's very important to have a friendship where you can diss friends. Me and my brethren diss each other's mums. I said his mum looks like 6'9".
You can't say that.
Oh,
you can't say that. No, you can't. You can't. Like 6'9", not even the dad, you know.
Oh my god, that is the funniest comment I have ever seen on this channel. That was hilarious.
That's what I think Ryan would say.
I wouldn't say that still.
That is fucking hilarious. Boss like Endo, you're a G. That was hilarious. Oh my,
that was good still.
Massive shout out to Harris, man. I didn't even see this comment.
Big up Harris, man.
Big up Harris, man. That's my guy. Okay, so quick question, Jan. And so if you were in Love Island, and you met your guy, would you choose him?
Yeah. He's my type.
If he was standing in the row, if he was standing in the lineup of 5, and you had him, Ovi. Wait, I'm not finished. So you had him, Ovi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Raheem Sterling, and Kyle Walker, and they're all stood in front of you, and you got to pick one. Are you picking your man?
You're picking Ovi, innit? You're picking Ovi.
Do you know what? It depends because
he's picking Ovi or Raheem. I'm telling you.
Nah, like based on looks, as in physical, their face.
Manny said, Jan saying because he might.
Nah. I'm not saying that. He knows. Like the thing is, my boyfriend and Ovi, like, because my boyfriend's skinny in it, like he's slim, right?
Right.
But he's
Jan.
He's the same.
Jan. Yeah. Answer the question, babe. If that was the lineup, are you picking your man? Yes or no?
No. What I want to ask you is, do I know these people? Do I know them as who they are, or is it just based on thing? Because if it's I know them, then I would pick my man. If it's
okay, you don't know them. They're just that's the lineup.
Love Island where they all have to pick at the beginning.
Yeah. So if it was at the beginning, I would probably pick Ovi, right? I probably would. Only because Ovi is sexy as fuck.
Oh,
but Sterling's a bit short. He's very attractive, but he's a bit short. Is a no from me.
Jan, you're short as well.
Yeah, Jan, you're short, man.
I don't care.
You're 5'1". You're
short. No, I don't care. You don't want to kiss someone that's on your level. Like, give me a hug. Like, no.
I mean, you won't hurt your neck.
You don't hurt my neck.
What would you do with Ovi? Use a step ladder.
Well, how tall's Ovi? 6'7"?
Ovi's like fucking 7'7" or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me find out.
You're gonna have to climb an oak tree to kiss him.
Ovi was huge, man.
My first boyfriend was 6'5", and my current boyfriend is 6'4". So it's
okay. You like tall guys, isn't it?
It's not cool. Oh yeah, he's tall, isn't it? He's 6'7". Jesus, okay.
Yeah, and read this.
Then it'd still be Ovi, man. These light-skinned, Loftus Cheek, all of them. Loftus Cheek is good looking, to be fair, but he ain't my type. Sterling is attractive, but he's short, man. Short.
You lot funny. Anyway.
Joe Gomez, really? Dali Ali, definitely.
Big up.
No, hell no. None of them.
Okay, so this is mine, yeah? So, if it was me, and there was anyone lined up, anybody lined up in the world, I would pick my missus every time. I would pick my missus every time, because from day one of me meeting my missus all that time ago, 12 years ago, as soon as I saw her, I was like, straight away. I said, you're gorgeous. That's what I like. That's who I like. And it took a very, very long time for us to even, get together. Manny said some people are going to sleep in the doghouse tonight.
Not me.
Jan's in the doghouse. Jan's in the doghouse. And then I think getting to know my missus, I learned that I wanted things in a person that I didn't know I wanted until I met her and realized that she had those things. So, but I'm kind of like you, Ryan. Like, I need someone who I can banter with. I like to bust joke. You can see it. I like to bust joke. I like to do this. I love to laugh. So I need someone who wants to have fun and laugh and be silly and run around the house in their underwear and do stupid things. And do you know what I mean? Like, I need like, we need to be able to banter off each other. And me and my missus get the piss out of each other 24/7, constantly. It's amazing. It's like, I'm going to be sleeping in the
I have my own house. Like, nowhere in it. Like,
you're going to be sleeping in the van, though.
Do you know what, though? I was just going, because I get what you're saying, because it's like when you meet that person and stuff like that. And that's what I mean. I wouldn't, that's why I was saying, do I know these people, or is it like a Love Island thing where you go based off solely looks? Do you know what I mean? Because the thing with me is, my last boyfriend before this one, we actually met through, so my friend knew him and we kind of met. So I had his number on like WhatsApp. And he had one picture, and like on the picture, he didn't look like he didn't look like the most attractive. You know, when I saw him, I wasn't like, I'm dead attracted to him. But what we did is we had so many conversations that I actually fell for him in terms of his personality.
Right.
And then I kind of as I kind of liked him, then I was like, oh, he became better looking, if you know what I mean. Like, he was a good looking guy, don't get me wrong. But it's like, so, and that's happened before with me. Like, a lot of the relationships that I've had, it's been personality overlooked. Like, in terms of, if I mention my type and you see my boyfriend, he is my type. He's slim. I do tend to like skinny guys. He's tall, he's black, he's Jamaican. Like, he is my type. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, for me, it's like the personality is the big thing. So it's like, that's why I was saying, if it was like a lineup of people, not necessarily who you're attracted to would be who you date, if you know what I mean. So that's what I say. If it's personality-wise, I would pick my man. If it's simply like looks, I think Ovi is beautiful, isn't it? So one of them. It's just
so for me now, like what I obviously have found, but I would look for is obviously someone who is fun and wants to have a laugh. A woman who is strong and independent and sure of herself. Because I'm strong and independent and sure of myself now, you know? So I think I always looked for people that I could like take care of. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to be a helper because I didn't have family around. So I wanted to feel like I was helping and I was being the family member, you know? But then really finding family in someone is so different from that. Do you know what I mean? So for me now, you know, I definitely love being with a black Jamaican woman. Obviously, being Caribbean myself, having Caribbean heritage, is a massive part of who I am. It's a massive part of my life. So, being with a woman who really understands that, and who, in turn, I understand her culture at the same time, it's amazing. And obviously meeting her family and them being the same way, it's phenomenal. I love that. And it's funny because I always dated white girls. I always dated white girls because I felt like, oh, black girls don't like me, innit? Because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I might sound wild saying this, but, you know, like, I always felt like the black girls that I liked, if they liked white guys, they liked white guys, innit? Like, Oxford University, posh talking, prissy white guys. That's not me. I'm a light skinned brother, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a light skinned brother. I'm Caribbean through and through. I speak patois with my dad. I'm like, that's me, innit? Like my family from St. Kitts, but like, so yeah. So I'm Caribbean. Like, that's like I speak patois with my dad. Like, I am like there. That's my heritage, and I think growing up, because I had so much trouble being mixed race and living in a white neighborhood. Like,
that's like me.
I wasn't looked at as a light skinned guy. I was looked at as the black kid.
As a black guy. Exactly.
So like, for me, that's how I was raised. I was raised as a black kid. Like, that's how my father raised me. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, for me, it made sense. So I am a certain way, and I am a way about my culture. So I always felt like they didn't really like me, innit? And then my lady always liked white guys, but every time she'd be with a white guy, they never really understood her culture. So then now she meets me now, and I'm like, in it. I'm about the culture. I'm already, so it was perfect for both of us. Do you know what I'm saying? It was absolutely perfect. And I have to say, for the record, guys, she is stunning. Like, she's beautiful.
I've seen a picture. I think I've seen her.
Yeah. You'll see her, man. She's gorgeous.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is?
Like Endo said, I knew for a fact you weren't proper white. You got black features. Appreciate it, my guy. Love that. Love that.
Do you know what's mad though? Because it's like, that's the thing. Because I've not really dated outside my culture. Like, most of the guys that I've dated have been either Jamaican, or like Jamaican and another Caribbean country. They're never like outside of that. But it's like I had a colleague, and he was he's from Barbados. And
sorry, where's your family from?
So my dad's Jamaican, so his family are Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my mum's English. So yeah, so like it's one of them things where, like my sisters, they're both married to African men, so theirs is slightly different. But it's like for me, it's just because I've grown up. Because even though my mum is white, because my dad was in control of the household, I grew up in a Jamaican household. So you know when like Jamaican people say like, oh yeah, when your dad does this, when your parents do this, all of that stuff I can relate to, most of it anyway.
See it.
So it's like, you know what I mean? I've grown up and all my family, like my family are not mixed. You know how you get mixed race people where loads of their family are mixed race? That's not like that. Like my white family are 100% white and my black family are 100% black. So it's like, I've grown up in a very Jamaican culture. So it's not that I only like Jamaican men, but it's just like, I feel like I could just easily go into their family. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like my sisters, they've really struggled because my older sister, she's dating a Ghanaian guy. And like his mom was like basically saying to him, like, she's white. So obviously we're very light because my dad's light skinned, right? So it's like his mum was like, she's a white girl. And he was like, no, she's black, like she's black, right? And the mum was like, no, she's white. And it's just like she's kind of really struggled with his family because they didn't really accept her and stuff like that. And it's just like Jamaicans, I know when they're cussing me out, I can understand Papa. You know, I know when the auntie's looking at me certain, like I get it. Like it's easy for me to kind of be in that family environment, whereas it is harder to change. And this colleague that I had, he was from Barbados, and he dated a white woman when he was younger, and he had his kids, like mixed race and stuff like that. And he said like he really, really struggled. But then when he started dating a Caribbean girl, I think she was like Jamaican or something, but because it's similar culture, he said it was so much easier. Like he would take her to family parties. He didn't have to like do anything. He could just leave her to kind of chat to everyone. And it's just like, it is a lot harder to be in a mixed race relationship, if you know what I mean. Like it is harder. And like my family, like obviously my mom is the only white person on my dad's side and my dad is the only black person on my mum's side. And it's like, my mum's side, they don't talk about race. Like they don't talk about color. They don't talk about your hair. They don't say anything like that. Yeah. And so that side, they accepted my dad. They didn't really care too much. But my dad's side now, it took them years to accept my mum. Like it took them years. And like in my family, it's like reverse colorism. So it's like a lot of my cousins, like it's always comments about like, basically we're not as good looking because we're lighter. It's really strange. Like
colorism's a crazy thing in our community, man. Like colorism's crazy in our community. Like for the fact of the matter is that we're from a place, we're culturally the same. Like we need to get rid of colorism in our community because colorism causes so many more problems than it fixes. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, Ryan, what is your cultural background and how do you find dating culturally for you?
Well, I'm still 20. My culture heritage, I've got like Pakistani heritage. My mum was born in Kenya and moved to England when she was 6 months old. So I've got like that as well. But in terms of like,
you could play for Kenya.
I could play for Pakistan, Kenya. There's probably another couple I could play for, to be fair, but it's not off the top of my head, to be fair. But like in terms of me, well, I'm 21 in it, so I've never been in like a serious relationship yet in it. So it's hard for me to say how like that, you know, it would be, to be fair. Like all the girls I've dated, it's been like pretty cool because it's kind of been like a kind of casual thing in it because I'm quite young still. So I can't really. It's hard to answer that until I really know, until I do get into a serious relationship, and when things do start to become serious and I get older in it, then I'll see what it would be like, to be fair.
Because you know what it is? It's things like when you have your kids and stuff. Because like when you have your kids, they'll be half Asian, half white, or they might be fully Asian.
I don't speak any. I understand a lot of it though.
Yeah, they might be half black, half Asian, and that's when you have to kind of think about it more. Because like I always say, like I see it a lot when there's like mixed race couples, and not mixed races in black and white, like Asian and white and whatever. And it's like you see some of the struggles that they go through, and it's kind of like sometimes, depending on the family, it's like it's mad because sometimes it's like you bring babies into the world thinking everyone's going to accept my child, but it's not always the case. Because I used to work with a girl who was Indian, right? And her boyfriend was Indian as well, but she was Sikh and he was Muslim, and her Sikh family, a Sikh. Like, honestly, if I wasn't a Christian, I would be Sikh. Like, that's my favorite religion outside of Christianity, right? I like the way they think and stuff. And the Sikh family were very like, because they've been together since they were teenagers. They went to school together. So they were, since they were kids, they were together, right? So when I met her, she was like 30, about 30, something like that. And they'd been together since teenagers. And her family were very accepting of him. They knew he was Muslim. They didn't really care. His family now were like, you can't marry her. If you marry her, we're cutting you off. So in the end, they didn't cut him off, but they didn't go to the wedding. When she gave birth to the baby, they were basically saying that she would have to drop the baby off at the house to see the grandparents and then pick him up later. Like they didn't even want her in the house. And it's like, it's mad because they're both Indian. Like it's not like they're from completely different backgrounds, but religion and things like that can play a massive, massive part. And it's things like that. You don't have to think about it when you're young, but when you bring a baby into the world, it's like things like that you think when you're young, you're not bothered. You're just like, oh, date anyone.
I do think now though, because and funnily enough, this does channel into the Love Island thing, which it's funny because we do see, like, I've seen a lot of comments, people talking about, you know, the fact that, you know, they always have like the token black girl or the token black guy in there. They always put a certain type, like it's almost like an Essex type that are a bit grown up in a white community or whatever. But I think now it's a little bit easier because we do have quite a multicultural standpoint, and there are a lot of interracial couples now. Yeah. And I think the younger generation, most of the younger generation these days don't give a fuck. They don't care where they're from. They don't give a shit. They fight for so many rights of all types of people, whether you are, you know, black, white, Asian, you know, Southeast Asian, or, you know, gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, all of these things. The younger generation don't give a fuck about all of that stuff. They're very much like, listen, we're people in it. Like, just be nice to people. And I think that's a great thing because more people are starting to open up a little bit more about people are just people. Just accept them for who they are and be what you want to be. Like, I don't believe that we were put on this earth to be completely separated. I do believe that we should have a little bit more privacy on our lives than everybody living like an open book on the internet. But I think that, you know, as human beings, we are meant to be connected and we are meant to love each other regardless of what skin color or creed or whatever it is that you are or where you come from. Because for me, neither your color nor your religion defines who you are as a human being. It doesn't. I think or neither your sexuality either. I think people allow these things to define themselves because they feel forced into that position, but because things aren't accepted by certain people. But I do believe that in some cases we are trying to push everybody to think the same way, and we're actually fighting against the minority rather than the majority. And I think we realize that some people just will not change. They're from a different generation. They don't care. Like, they don't want to change. But then they're not going to be around as long Do you know what I mean? They've not got as long on the earth as we have, and we can actually, just keep moving forward with the people that do see the difference and be around those people, But yeah, I think, in terms of the Love Island thing, people have been complaining quite a lot about, the different races and ethnic backgrounds on the show. Do you think that that's an issue, or do you think that people are nitpicking a little bit, or what do you guys think?
Do you know what I think it is? I think like a lot of people, because it's interesting because we've seen over the years, like you get a lot of people that, I don't know if you saw last Christmas, I think it was, when Sainsbury's had that advert, Christmas advert.
Oh my God. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, all these people complained. There was like Muslim families, there was all this, and it's like everyone complained about, all of this stuff that was going on. And it's like, what happens is, what a lot of people were saying at the time. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. The reason why people were so angry about what they were seeing on the TV was because they didn't feel represented. So when they looked at the advert, they didn't see it as a family having a meal. They saw it as a black family having a meal or an Asian family having a meal. But it's like us as ethnic minorities, every time you turn the TV on, you don't necessarily see yourself being represented. So it's like, I'm used to watching TV and seeing a family eat a meal, and I don't think of them as a white family eating a meal. I just see it as a family eating a meal, because I've always kind of lived in a white society basically because of, you know what I mean? So we're kind of used to it. You're used to probably watching Big Brother and not seeing anyone from Pakistan. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm used to watching a Big Brother and not seeing a mixed race girl who's Jamaican. Like, I'm used to seeing that. Whereas a lot of white people in this country, because they are sort of represented in every walk of life in this country, they get confused when they see a family that doesn't look like them. And it's just like, what a lot of people are arguing is that they shouldn't see it as an Asian or a black family. They should just see it as, this is a family that shop at Sainsbury's. And thankfully, Sainsbury's did the right thing and basically said, we stand by our advert. We're not doing anything about it. If you don't like it, don't shop here. We stand by black people. Like, I like that about them. You know what I mean? And it's just, I think a lot of people, they like to see themselves represented. And this is why there was a big debate about, that girl that got murdered. We actually spoke about it on Sarcasm City. That's Sarah Everard. Yeah. And basically what a lot of people were saying is, how come there's so much outrage over this girl? But a few months before, there'd been a black girl who went missing in a very mysterious way. And nothing had ever even come into the media. And what I was saying is, a lot of girls in this country will see themselves in that Sarah Everard, but they wouldn't see themselves in that young black girl. And it makes a difference to how people react to it. You know what I mean? And it's the same with, if you're a working class person and something happens to working class people, you are going to feel more, passionate about that cause than you are, if they said, oh, by the way, Eton is being closed down and that school's going to cease to exist. I don't care. I don't know anyone that goes to Eton. I'm never going to go there. That wouldn't bother me. But to sort of the richer side of the country, that would affect them quite heavily, because their kids can't go there. Their kid might not become a prime minister or whatever. So it just, things that affect you, you're always going to be more affected by. And you see it now with the whole Palestine thing. Why are people not saying anything about it? If it doesn't affect you personally, not many people are going to be interested. And that's
it's more about if it doesn't affect your culture, then you're not going to make the same. Sorry. If it doesn't affect, and I'm going to say this, and I don't want people to be triggered by this, but if it doesn't affect white culture, then it's not as much of a problem. I just want to say to Boss Like Endo, my apologies if what I said was offensive to you. I wasn't saying, if your religion defines you, totally understand that. I was just trying to say, in terms of, you know, if it does, then that's fantastic, and I have absolutely no doubt that it defines you in a beautiful and positive manner. I was just trying to talk about equality for people, and not to judge or differentiate between people or be nasty to people because of their religion or because of their color or race or whatever. That's all I was trying to say. So my apologies if what I said offended you when I said that it doesn't define who you are as a person. So my apologies. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is. If it's not, because like it's like Black Lives Matter. So many people posted a black square and then just never mentioned anything again. So it's like, because it's kind of like people will always share a cause that they feel passionate about or whatever, but things that affect you directly in life, it is natural for that to be more close to your heart. The same way you find people whose parents have died of cancer doing more for cancer research, like doing more cancer charity runs and all that stuff. Like, it is obvious that, you know, that's going to affect you more than if you don't know anyone that's ever died from it. So things like this, it is natural, and like a lot of people get onto other people, but it's like it is very difficult to have the same energy for every cause, because there's literally so much going on in the world.
Because everyone's got an opinion, and everyone believes that their opinion is fact, and it's not. It's an opinion. Like, just because we feel this way, there could be 200 other people, you know, on the other side that don't believe the same thing we do, you know. So Love Island, final predictions. Who do we think is going out this week, and who do we think is in the running to win? Ryan, go.
I think Brad goes tomorrow, because I think she'll pick Chugs in it. So I think Brad goes tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, because it don't come on Saturdays, does it? So
no, it'll be.
Does it come
Monday?
on Saturdays?
Find out.
And it's Sunday.
Oh, Monday. It might be Sunday, you know.
No, they do have Sunday
I think it's
night.
Sunday
Night,
Is it on tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Sunday, I think.
Sunday. It's not on tomorrow.
Saturday's a recap or whatever it's called. Like,
Saturday's unseen bits. I think it's unseen bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we find out on Sunday. I think Brad goes, and early line to win it. I think Liberty's got a good chance of winning it. It just won't be with Jake.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. That's wicked.
The only one that I'd say also has a chance of winning it is Kaz, if she remains as she is now.
Okay. Who do you think's going?
I think it's Brad. I think he's out. He's
I think Brad goes.
Yeah. I agree. I think Brad goes. And I'm gonna say that I reckon Kaz could win it, just because I think she's got a great personality. I think people really like her. The next Love Island stream will be
Wednesday. And it'll be at 8 p.m. So it's kind of a recap from Monday and Tuesday's episodes. Yeah. And a preview for the Wednesday episode.
Okay, amazing. Listen, guys, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you that have stayed with us for 3 hours tonight.
Yeah, 3 hours, man.
It's absolutely amazing. You guys have been phenomenal in the comments. Thank you so much for being involved. Big up from me to all of you. Please make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. We are so close to building this channel massively, so we want to keep you all coming in. Thank you to all those that were involved in the super chats tonight as well. Please make sure that you go and check everybody on their socials. As you can see, they're all tagged on our name tags. It's Yan City, Ryan K1, and I am Lingdrick Zayla. Please make sure you go follow us all. Also, make sure you go and check out all the other shows. There are more sports live streams coming up this week. They'll be following all of the Euros and the basketball shows. Yan City's got Geldem United coming back soon, I hope, when the season
United.
It's a crime. It's a crime. I called her a United fan. I'm dead.
It's a crime. We can't
be friends anymore. We can't be friends anymore. So thank you all, guys, for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Any last thoughts, guys, before we go?
No, just big up for everyone in the comments. Stay with us
Yeah,
this
big
long.
up everyone in the comments, man, for
I
being
finished work
with
an
us
hour
for a
and
long time.
I'm still at work, so it's great, isn't it?
Fantastic, fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you again on Wednesday. We will be back. There could be more of us. There could be less. Who knows? We're going to have a great time regardless. Please make sure you follow us all on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you tune in again, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Big up to you lot, and give Flawless a shout out and tell him he's fantastic and he's the best. Yeah, big love, guys. Thank you so much. See you later.
Okay.
Big up.